What's up, Pilot 2005 or 2005 Pilot? How you been doing, man? Got back from North Carolina. What you doing up in North Carolina, man? Got you some hickory. I'm gonna get me some hickory for my Thanksgiving turkey this year. I'm gonna go up to the Kirbyville fire place I get my wood from up here in town and get me some hickory. A little vacation? Hell yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I've been texting with Mike here for the last 30 minutes. I told him I was gonna go live at 7 ish. I just got home a few minutes ago. I was playing his live on my car, listening to everybody. Congrats to all the winners over there. Yeah, a lot of that good wood's hard to come by in Central. Y'all pretty much probably got water oak over there and some fruit trees. Excuse me, I gotta clean this camera right quick. There, I think that's a little bit better picture. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming by, SJ. Hey, hickory is a real good wood to smoke with. You just gotta be careful not to over smoke with it. What's up, Ted? I like hickory. One of the first woods I ever tried to smoke with was store bought kiln dried hickory, and I screwed a brisket up with that. For sure. It was bitter as all get out back when I didn't know shit. Yeah, that's not about. You can do that. I do that sometimes. When I got time to trim a brisket in the evening, I'll saran wrap it and make that dry brine soak back into each other. And then sometimes I'll season that brisket a day ahead of time, and if it's small enough, I'll vacuum seal it. Oh, what's up, Guggen? Thanks for. I appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the channel. Yep, we got Judge. Well, there's my man Quint. What's up, Quint? Randy, what's up? Panchuco was a grand prize winner a minute ago. I did see that. Congratulations, bro. Yeah, old Hojo's got a good Ted's got a good idea right there with that beef shank pastrami. I bet that's gonna be good. So what the vac seal does is it makes the juice go back into the brisket. That's the only difference in it. As far as taste goes, I can't honestly say that it affects the taste that much. Good piece of meat is just a good piece of meat. Oh, welcome, Lazy Dog. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by, bud. Lance, what's up, man? It won't be long. I'll be hitting you up for some embroidery when I make it to the big time, man. What's up, Russ? I binge watched a lot of your videos today, Russ, man. You had my mouth watering with that alligator sausage and that Pittsburgh pit beef or Baltimore pit beef. I'm sorry, that stuff looks good. I'm definitely gonna have to try that. I'm always looking to try new barbecue stuff. Yeah, guys, if y'all don't mind, hit the like button. What's everybody drinking tonight? I'll be drinking that Yingling. I like watching good barbecue content, and Russ, you put out some of the best out there, man. So I appreciate you putting out good content, man. How hot can I get that big pellet smoker I built? The hottest I've ever got it was 500 degrees. I try not to get it that hot, but I did get it that hot before. Eagle Rare on the rocks, Eagle Whiskey. Peach Crown. I've never tried Peach Crown before. Hey Lance, I'll let you know here before too long, bud. I'm definitely gonna have some stuff done. Welcome to the channel, Mr. Jeremy Franco. Thank you. I'm about to drop it. Pepsi, ain't nothing wrong with that. Paste. Bam. All right, there's the link, Mike. Got a bunch of dogs underneath my feet right now. Barbecue Rockstar, what's up, man? Some bourbon, straight up bourbon. Panchuco celebrating the win. Where's Louie at? Trumpet Master on? I'm gonna send him a text, let him know I'm going live. Alright. What's up, Russ?
Oh man, not much. I was hanging out with Mike on his chat, so I said, well heck, might as well hang out with you a little bit, man, before I get back to Netflix.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming by. I had it playing in my car. I was listening to it.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't texting and driving. Got a lazy dog on here.
Hello, 205 pilot. Judge Webb. Hello, John. Hello.
Oh, we lost him.
Anybody else I missed out there?
Putting all of them up there. Yeah, that Baltimore pit
Atlanta
beef you did was very intriguing. That shit looked good, man.
You know, I watched that a while back. Am I getting an echo?
No, you're good on my end.
Okay, I'm hearing echo. Why am I doing that? Hang on, let me get my AirPods in. I didn't hear it on mic. So are you on a computer or?
Yeah, I've just got mine playing on my webcam speakers.
Okay, maybe I'm hearing it back to yours. I don't know. Let me try this. Let's see. Let me turn them on. Say something, Mike.
All right, how's it sound now?
What's up, man? Here we go. Yeah, I got you. What's up, Mike? What up? A long time no see, man.
I know, right?
Yep.
Now you gonna eat in front of the camera.
I don't care. I went so I went to the fruit stand. Well, it's not really a stand anymore. It's like a whole damn building. It's a whole damn like grocery store now. And they had some corn salsa and some homemade well, they had the Ola Nola tortilla chips from you know, New Orleans. I was like, I'm gonna have to try this corn salsa. So it's actually pretty good.
Sounds good.
Talking about that Baltimore pit beef. I was sitting there watching Triple D one night. I watch it show a lot of times for ideas and inspiration, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that hit me, and I've done pit beef in the past, but I knew not to call it Baltimore because that's done a certain way, you know. I just did olive round in a smoker, then sear it and slice it. It's real similar, but it's different. This has more of a steaky, beefy type flavor because it's cooked over open flames and really good, man. I ate 2 of them earlier left over. And at any rate, I'll sit there and watch that episode. I'm like, oh, Pits and Spits grill. That grill is perfect for that. The Santa Maria would be perfect for it, you know. But,
Yeah.
At any rate, I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I was waiting on Pits and Spits to okay another video, and they did. I said, okay, it's coming up real soon.
You know what? We might have to take us a trip up to Baltimore. And
Yeah, that's where I saw it at on Triple D's, and that was an episode from a long time ago too.
Well, actually, there's 2 episodes. You can watch the more updated one just a few years back. It was episode 36. No, I'm sorry, season 36. Episode 4 is that East Coast episode, and they feature it again. They make a revisit there, and they show a lot of the footage from the first one, which was back in 2008, and then the newer ones, like I said, just a couple of years ago, probably 2019, something like that. You know,
Judge Webb said he prefers Triple D's over Triple B's.
Well, it ain't Guy Fieri that I'm watching. It's all the places he goes, man. Some of them people really think outside the box, you know, and you can come up with some really good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the quality that's on that show is unreal.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on with you, Mike?
Yeah, I just got home, went and picked the kids up. Now kicking it with you guys, drinking a beer.
They had no football games tonight?
I'm sure there's some college games on, but they ain't none of them my team, so I ain't worried about it. My team plays tomorrow at 11.
Oh, I was thinking that your kids.
No, tomorrow I've got soccer games for half a day tomorrow, and then Sunday I've got select baseball games for about half a day. So that's getting busy.
Yeah, Hojo Barbecue saying hit chaps. That's exactly what that video I just did was based on. It was a copycat of what he does and the way he does it. And I tell you what, I had quite a few comments from people out of Maryland. They said I nailed it. You know, I know I did.
Well, that's good. That's good because there was a dude on Chud's Pitmaster group on Facebook, and somebody had asked yesterday, like, you know, hey, has anybody done a video on chaps? Called it out. Pit beef sandwich. And before I could even say anything, like Randy was already on it. He was like, he done dropped the link and everything. He was like, yeah, he just put this out last night.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wonder if Lance has ever ate there. Isn't Lance from Maryland?
Yeah. He's I don't know how close he is to Baltimore.
He's up in Amish country, so but that don't mean nothing because
Maryland's
I know when I was working in Pittsburgh, just right outside of Pittsburgh was a very big Amish community.
Yeah,
not 30 minutes down the road. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I was reading Chuck's comment. He says, "Mike, if you and Russ come to Baltimore, I'll meet you there." I don't know if and when that would ever happen, but if we do, we'll definitely give you a heads up.
Yeah, that's a pretty good haul, Maryland.
Yeah, I got a son up there.
I would actually really like to travel around to some of these places and document it, vlog it or whatever.
Yeah, like a crawl. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because there's so much, man.
Oh yeah,
it's just like going to a bodega in New York somewhere and getting a chopped beef. Yeah, that would be dope. It wouldn't matter to me if I was just there for 30 minutes just to get a chopped beef and then go to the next place.
I like doing videos of places or not really necessarily places, but things that are very popular in certain areas, those videos sometimes really do good because a lot of people like to beat you up. Like, okay, let's see what this guy's got, you know. And if you screw it up, they're gonna let you know about it. That ain't how you do it. Blah 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 blah. So you better do your homework if you're gonna do anything and label it, you know, like a Chicago deep dish or whatever. You know, that's just an example. You better know what you're doing before you ever put that video out.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
But it's fun to me because I have to reverse engineer these methods and never had tasted it. You know, kind of like the Oklahoma onion burger. I've done that twice. I've never had one, but I know how they're made. So I can replicate it and duplicate it. I guarantee there ain't much difference in what I'm making and what they're serving, you know, if any, you know. But that's pretty easy. That's an easy one there, you know.
I think that's actually what I'm going to cook tomorrow on that little flat top for that flat top giveaway.
Onion burgers. Those videos do good from what I've seen. They do all right, you know.
Because I was gonna do like homemade fried rice, like chicken fried rice or something like that.
Yeah.
But I want to try to go out, man. The past few times I've come home, I've got babies being born and everything else. Really haven't gone out and done anything. I'd like to take my wife out to eat. So I was thinking maybe if I just go live tomorrow afternoon, give them things away, do a little cook on it, you know what I mean, beforehand, and then give 3 of them away.
Oh, yeah.
Or just a big woof woof from the guy in California that's lazy, dog. Don't need to have me here if you don't want.
No, you're good, man.
Beautiful sunshine still.
Where you at?
Where at California you from?
San Francisco Bay Area, East Bay. Basically Oakland.
East Bay.
Hell, if I was out there in West Texas where I'm normally at most of the time, I'd probably still be having daylight out there. But y'all keep it a little bit longer than we do. Y'all still a little bit further west.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I get to hold on to it longer.
We get it before y'all do.
It don't get totally dark like this until like 9:30 out there in the desert when I'm at work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
we've steadily lost the daylight here. Instead of getting dark at 8 o'clock like it was, now it's getting dark right at 7 now.
I see a big green egg and it looks like a big Joe, a Kamado Joe behind.
Kamado Joe and a green egg.
The Kamado is the Kamado Pro. Not many of those were ever made, all stainless.
Oh, okay.
Everything on it's a stainless thing.
Oh, that's not a Kamado Joe?
Yeah, Kamado. It's just called the Pro, and it's just the biggest one they make, and it's all stainless hardware. Nothing's painted on it.
Oh, okay. But it is made by Kamado Joe. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Kamado Joe. They call it the Pro.
Okay, I got you.
Might be a little thicker. I don't know. My first Kamado.
So you got
Al, I got a question for Al right quick. Is that the he says he's dropping a Camp Chef video now. Is that the one that burns the wood chunks?
The Woodwind Pro,
yeah. Hop on, Al.
I've got one of them. It's supposed to be delivered today. I don't know if it was or not. It ain't coming here. It's coming to my son's house. I don't know if they ever dropped it off or not. Forgot to ask him.
Yeah, I put the link up, Al, if you want to hop on, man. I know you like to normally get on. Those are pretty cool. Burn wood chunks. Well, what y'all think about that pellet smoker I built? It burns freaking logs.
That's dope, man. It was dope. I finally, like yesterday, I was kind of going through and trying to catch up a little bit on some videos, man, because I just, like I said, I've been in a slump as far as watching and just a creative slump in general. So I was just like, so I started trying to catch up on, you know, some of them, and I still didn't get to all of them, but yours was one of them. And I was like, damn, that thing's badass. I was just telling Russ that, you know, I know that was your first little version or whatever, but if you decide to make another one, that thing's going to be a beast because you've already got the kinks
Oh yeah.
worked out.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna actually, if I do another one. See, I originally built just a single shell on that, and I put that pellet hopper on there. At the time, it had a Pellet Pro controller on it, and it wouldn't get over 275 because it was just too big of an area for that thing to keep up with. So then I had to come back and I put some insulation blankets on it that I made, and then a year later I fully enclosed it. But if I do build another one, I'm gonna make the framing around the doors a little bit more sturdy, and I'm gonna put the top door up there to access the racks, and I'm gonna put a bottom door where you can open that bottom door and add logs on as you want to,
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
some improvements like that if I do make any
yeah,
more of them.
yeah. It's cool though, man. Because I
That's
mean,
very
so like,
cool.
what, what? Okay, so this would be a good question. So, what do you feel as far as if you were to fill that hopper up and not run a log on top of the burn pot?
Mm-hmm.
How much pellets would you eat up without running the log on top, opposed to putting the log on top?
So as good as that thing is insulated, it burns just a little bit more. That's a 30-pound hopper on there, and I could fill it up with pellets when I was doing my overnight smokes, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't even, by the time I got to the next morning, I didn't burn maybe 15, 12 pounds of pellets.
yeah, and
It's as efficient as the small one.
that's without running a
That's
log.
without the log.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
the log idea didn't come till later. I built it all like that, and then I desired more smoke flavor, and then that's when I came up with the idea to cut the slots and that heat deflector and put the log on there.
I just got a text back from Derek. He said that they'll deliver it sometime next week. They've already got it to where he was going to go try to pick it up today, but that didn't happen.
so when you run the log on that thing, I mean, obviously it's going to slow down the delivery of pellets.
Yep.
But how much do you think you're saving as far as pellets wise?
Once it gets up and going, I think probably around like 10 pounds of pellets. Because it takes a minute for that log to get caught up and get
Well,
burning real good. I'll put a dense log on there that's real green still, so I get that good smoke I like. And eventually that'll dry out and it'll combust, and then the temp will jump up. But with as big a space that is, that RecTech controller does a good job of when to feed more pellets and when to scale it back. I really don't see real big temp spikes unless
yeah,
I'm cooking at like 350 or 325. If I'm doing 250, 225, or 275 on it, it normally stays right in that range with minimal
well,
spikes,
that's pretty
even with the
cool.
log burning.
That's pretty cool how you can juke that, you know, you can kind of juke that controller out to thinking that the temps whatever you want to make it think it's at. You know what
What
I
is
mean?
your ventilation for that, Mike? I don't remember that in the video, like your intake or whatever, because most pellet grills do run off fans. I was just curious.
It's got a fan in the hopper that blows through the burn pot.
Oh,
And then
okay. All right.
as far as the outlet goes, that was just a 4x4 little stack coming out the side,
Yeah,
halfway
yeah.
down the middle, kind of make it reverse flow.
That was smart to do that. I caught that. It was originally out of the top, then you went out the side midways. Yeah.
And I watched a lot of videos from Pellet Pro guys, and they put vents on the very bottom, and so I didn't put it in the video because it's not a real big vent. But there's actually a 3/4 ball valve that acts as a drain on the very bottom, but it's also a vent. And when you open that 3/4 inch ball valve up, you can stick your finger up there and you can feel the air sucking in. So it takes a little bit of air in from the bottom too,
Okay.
because heat rises and it's pulling it
Sure.
in.
Yeah,
It gets kind of a convection in there.
I used to have the Lone Star Grills cabinet smoker, the IVS insulated vertical smoker, and it had two valves. One was the ventilation, had a 2-inch valve, then it had a 3/4 inch water drain valve for the water pan, and either one of them would draft, But
Yeah, my grease vent drafts too. It'll suck air up too.
and I was able
Comes
to
out the
I
side.
was able to get an adapter for that 2-inch inlet, and I was able to put a fan controller in that. I got a cook, matter of fact, where I'm doing that. But really, that particular smoker with charcoal and wood chunks was as easy as the whole temps as what a Kamado is. Once you dial it in, it's there. It's rocking and rolling. You can go to bed and forget it, you know. But I did it just for a video, just to show you could adapt an air controller and control it by temperature as well, but it really don't need it. You know?
Yeah, the one thing I can say about that right there is I can put whatever I want on it and go to bed, and I don't have to worry about it at all. I've never had no problems with that Rec Tech controller. It does a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-5 pilot.
That's what's up.
All right,
That's what's up. What's Randy talking about?
Randy said something about he sent you a video and want you to
Okay,
play it,
I was thinking that he was saying he sent you a video and see what.
No, he's
See,
that's what I thought too, but I was like, man, I don't got no video.
Yeah, I'm Mike B as well. So you're Mike Brown, but I'm Mike Bowman. So when he said Mike B, I don't know what I was thinking.
Hey, I thought the same thing, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Mike B and Mike B.
Let's see.
Mike and Mike.
Mike
wants y'all to see.
B.
Yeah, he wants y'all to see what y'all think of his little intro.
Gotta eat, catch all. Yeah, I read that one.
Hell, it can't be no worse than my intros.
No, it's good. I think it's good. I think if he's gonna use, I wouldn't use it as an intro. I would use it as an outro. And if I use it as an outro, I'd probably, because it's 30 seconds long, I would. Now this is just me. You can do what you want to do, but this is just me. I would probably cut it in half to about 15 seconds at the end of your video. It's not letting me turn it, but
you could get away with a long intro. I ran a 40-second video for the longest time. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
To say that, man, that is pretty cool. I don't even know how to do shit like that with logos.
You see, that's all I was saying is you're going to lose people. People's going to start clicking off right around, you know.
Well,
yeah, you need make that like 5 seconds.
He could always go in there and edit that down to
you can even keep probably 3/4 of it, but I would speed it up at some point. Like I would let it do its thing. I'd let it do its thing, and as soon as it spins once or twice, I would speed it up and let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that way
you start a video off with that.
Yeah, I would agree. So
tornado Texas turning, and then cut it and fade out into your video. You could do that. You could do 6 seconds of that. And
I think it looks great, though. It looks great. The way it is, it looks great. You just need to cut it down.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, 5-10 seconds.
5 seconds, you'll be good.
Yep.
You'll be golden. It'll be perfect.
Well, we got Outnumbered Barbecue in the house. He's a local Southeast Texas barbecue YouTube guy too. He's got some pretty good content. If y'all don't mind going and checking him out. I got the Deadgum Oval Turkey Roaster Warmer idea from that guy.
Did you say Orville?
Oval turkey roasters.
Oval. I was thinking, you popping some popcorn in a turkey?
Yeah, you could. They go down to 140, 150. You can rest whole briskets in them and stuff.
That's what I need.
I actually had one in my cabinet, and I watched his brisket video, and I was like, damn, why didn't I think of that? I've had this the whole freaking time. Yeah. Here come Randy. Don't live too far away from me. He's right over in Houston.
I wonder if my wife would get mad if I tell her I need another drink.
She ain't gonna get mad at you. Go ahead and do it.
I got a little bit left.
Text the kids to get me one.
She did it right. She said she filled it halfway up with Crown, so that's my kind of drink.
I'm gonna text one of my daughters to get me one.
Put these t-shirts up before I end up getting something on them or something.
I'll keep putting this link up here in case anybody else wants to jump on.
I use an intro for years. Through most of my growth on my channel, it was a long intro. But like I said, that is before the world went and got itself in a hurry.
You ain't lying.
Now you got to
Short
chop
form
everything to
media.
pieces and fly through it. Otherwise, they click out. It's like, good God, what the hell happened? Everybody's attention
Yeah,
span
everybody's
went
into
to
them.
the toilet.
Everybody's into TikTok and the shorts and all that
I
stuff. They
hate
don't.
TikTok.
They don't want to see the
I do
process no
shorts.
more.
I do TikTok. I do all that. And the only reason I do is try to send them to my channel, my main channel, which isn't working. So I'm just about ready to quit doing that crap, man, because I can't stand it. I'll be the first to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at it, actually. I can make them shorts and make it entertaining for about 15 seconds if that's what you like. But what good is it doing me and it ain't doing you? You ain't learned nothing, But to me, it's a teaser trying to like, oh man, I gotta watch this. But people are like, oh, that's cool. Where's the next one? It's like, good God, what happened to people?
Short form media. That's what everybody's into these days. I'm not a fan of it.
It's killing YouTube, I'm afraid.
Hey, Randy, to answer your question on that music right there, so YouTube doesn't allow you on 10 seconds of music. You can play as much music as you want, but you got to take that music out of the free library in your YouTube studio and download it to your computer and put it on your desktop. Then you can use as much as you want to.
Yeah, you can use
on
all
your
of it.
video
But
editing hardware. Yeah.
on what I'm having to do, if you go to my TikTok, Instagram, and my personal Facebook page, the short I did for that Baltimore beef, it runs 30 seconds long on them 3 platforms. And I'm doing the song I'm using is from Queen. Don't Stop Me Now, having a good time. Anyway, that really fits.
I've seen it on Instagram.
Yeah, that really fits that. But I wasn't able to do it on YouTube because first off, they have no Queen music on there. All right, but they did have some. I think it was either REO Speedwagon or Journey that I used. It's just like the beginning of a song, but they'll only let you use 15 seconds of it. So I had to shorten that video down to 15. I had to shorten it even more to 15 seconds just to get it over to YouTube Shorts. Or I could have left it at 30 seconds and downloaded YouTube Music, which sucks. Their music freaking sucks, but
it does.
That was
Dude,
my
I'm gonna tell you something.
I quit putting music in my videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I really contemplated on that grilled chicken noodle soup video. I really contemplated on not even using music in it, but you could hear my breathing a lot.
Yeah.
So
I struggle with
I was
that
like,
too.
you know what? I'm gonna put some music in, but I'm gonna keep it really, really low. I'm just gonna bring it up loud right there at my little intro where I'm showing the chicken noodle soup up close.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna bring it down real low. Like normally what I've been doing is going to like on my app, it's when you upload or put music in, it's at 100. It'll go all the way up to 1,000, right? So when it comes in, it's at 100. That's too loud. So what I normally do is I'll bring it down to like 70 or 40 because you can still hear me talking over and it's not really, messing it up. But like on this last video, I brought it down to like 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well that sounds good. It kind of takes a little bit of.
I keep mine low. I start off, if I go from one scene to the next, like shifting gears, I'll start off with it elevated and then I'll drop off to where you can hear what I'm saying. I can't stand trying to listen to somebody over music, and I'll bring it way down, like sometimes 30 decibels in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I will too.
I got to roll, guys. Dinner time.
All right, brother.
Later, man. Thanks for stopping by.
But
yeah, as far as music goes, I quit putting music in my videos, man. I don't do it no more. I went
a long time without any music. I went through a phase there. I just like no music needed. A couple of years.
I think that it's good to at least have something, even if it's way back in the background.
Yeah,
it's good to have something because especially if you don't cut out a lot of your dead space, it's just good to at least have anything that you can anything that you can continue to have engaging somebody is, I think, better than nothing at all. And that was the kind of conclusion that I came with in that video, because I wasn't going to put anything. I was going to have, like, right there at the beginning where I first came out and started talking, and then it kind of went up loud when I was showing the little thing. But then when I got into actually cutting the chicken up and stuff like that, I wasn't going to have anything, and I didn't for a week, But I hardly had signal out there, and it took almost 2 weeks for that video to upload to YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean,
like if I'm doing a montage where I'm not talking at all, I'll run the music up a little bit and I'll drop back down almost to the level you can barely hear it, but it's just faintly in the background. I don't want it taking front stage and center. And plus, it allows me to bring it up naturally without just abruptly throwing it in there, But sometimes I'll let it fade out and you won't hear it again until the next clip starts, and then it's back up and fade out, But
who's this lunatic here?
That's Al.
Who is that?
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
How's it going?
What's up?
How's it going?
Man, ain't nothing. Hey, look, I have been looking high and low for them barbecue lights, man. I see you got one that's got beer too. Where did you get those? I want some. I want some.
Well,
bad.
These are the rustic, like the rustic, like a cantina type brown.
Yeah.
Lights, and they got those at the on Amazon.
Okay. So it's on Amazon.
Yeah, I think they run about $9 a letter.
Really?
Yeah. And these are good size. They're let me see. They're about, I want to say they're about 9 inches.
Shit, that's bigger than that. That's like a foot.
So what? I don't know. You may have to hit me up and send me a link, because if you hit barbecue light or anything like that, they're
gonna stick it to you.
No, it just it comes up as like the little LED lights that you clip onto your barbecue grill so you can see inside your grill.
Okay, yeah.
Type in barbecue decoration light.
Yeah, decorative.
Yeah.
I found it first try. There you go, Mike.
But that's white. You want the rust.
Well,
you want the rustic one.
I still found just type in light lit up or light letters. That's first one.
Barbecue light letters.
I'm sure they come in different. They come in different colors.
There's another one.
So they're individual.
Yep.
Yeah, just tell them which letters you want, and
is that how you ordered yours out? You had to order the letters individual. You got it all in the set.
Yeah.
So
I sure did.
So I mean, what are they, battery powered or?
Yeah, they use double A's, 2 double A's.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I'd hate to daisy chain them damn things.
Yeah,
they're LED.
They're LED.
That's good. Get good long battery life.
Oh, hey, they last.
I'll be right back. I've got to go hit the John. Yeah.
All right.
That and get another drink.
Don't hit it. Just leave something there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go leave something. Make a deposit.
So, all right. I see some, man. They're like $12, $13 a letter or something like that.
You can go the cheaper route, and then you see the Al Lunacy, but they don't light up. Those are the Walmart ones, and I painted them orange. That's
yeah. Michael's has got they've got like Michael's and Old Time Pottery and stuff like that. They've got like them wooden lettering type stuff like that.
And then these are the wooden letter ones, the ones that say beef, chicken, pork.
Okay.
Pretty cool little setup you got back there, Al.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I'm here before too long, man. I'm just gonna buy me a house so I can start doing stuff that, you know what I mean? Because I mean, this house is really perfect to be able to do some stuff too and have like an outside kitchen and everything. But I mean, I rent. I'm not gonna do all
Yeah.
that,
Don't
you
pour all your
know.
money into that, and then you can't take it with you.
I'm not gonna do all that and not have, you know, and then have to figure out, you know, I need to build it all to be able to easily demob it so I can take it to
Mhm.
wherever I go next. You know, I mean, the hell with all that. Like, I'd actually like to have something that's not on the back porch, that's actually in the backyard, you know, similar
Yeah.
to owl shit, you know, and
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
don't know.
sick.
I'm just not gonna do I'm just not gonna do that when I'm renting, you know. So I'm gonna be looking into buying something before too long.
I thought about
Yeah.
putting a lean-to off my barn out here and doing all that, but I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave everything the way that it is.
Well, let
Get
me
the
tell you, Mike,
natural backdrop of the pasture.
if you start adding stuff, I started adding in 2019, and it hasn't stopped, man. It's been what,
Yeah,
4 years now. I've been
yeah.
adding and adding and adding.
Dead to
There you go.
detriment.
This is just a portion of my backyard. I got a kegerator, a bar. I got a kitchen. I got two TVs out here, a restroom. It just kept going and going.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to have. I'd like to have a bar. I'd like to have you know, countertops with refrigerator and you know, even a gas stove. You know, I don't have to have the oven part of it, but just the at least the gas stove part of it, you
Yeah.
know. Um which you can buy gas stove tops, you know. I mean, you don't have to have the but it'd just be nice to have, man.
I have
Um
a fire pit out here for when the winter comes. You know, we're burning wood, but my whole idea was to first start with a chimenea, chimney where I can also burn meat on top. But that didn't pan out because the bricklayers that are out here, no one has time, man. And then you
yeah.
try to give them an idea, and they're like, "Oh, that's too labor intensive." Because I wanted a huge ass fucking chimney.
Yeah. What would be cool, that's like I was talking to Russ yesterday on the phone, and he was burning out a Kamado, a ceramic Kamado, and he was saying that he had a steel.
I already got one.
He said he had a steel
Wood fired up.
wood fired oven that he was going to burn out as well and try to get rid of.
No, I'm not
And
gonna burn it out. That thing's like new, man. I've only used it twice.
oh, okay,
I'm just gonna see if it needs clean. It's got a cover over it. It's been rolled in the back of the garage for 2 years. It's not a pizza oven like my new pizza oven, but it is
yeah,
a wood fired oven.
And I got
yeah,
rain in it.
No smoke can get to the meat. It's
yeah.
wood and oven, two separate stacks.
But
One
see,
for
something like that, or similar to that, would be cool to have out in an outdoor, like in the corner,
environment.
you
Very
know,
cool.
just to have as like, because it's got a glass door on the front of it,
It'd
you
make a
know. So
fine heater if you're
yeah,
camp or anything
yeah,
like that. I got to looking at the price of them things now, man. There's $2,000 for that thing. I'm like, heck, I'm gonna ask a hell of a lot more than what I thought I was gonna ask. And that Kamado I'm selling, that sells with all the attachments and everything I got. That now sells for almost $1,600. I'm like, well, I'm going up on that too. You
yeah.
know,
What
Damn.
what kind of
Damn,
what kind of
I
what,
should have bought
what
it
kind of
before you seen that.
yeah, you could have got it for $300. That price is double that
Yeah,
now.
yeah, because that's originally what he told me. He told me it was. He said, "Man, I'll give it to you for 300."
Yeah,
And I was like, "All right," and I agreed to it at one time. And
yeah,
what
yeah.
Should
kind of
got it.
pizza oven do you have?
It's a Fontana Manjufuka. Love it, man. Absolutely love
That
it.
thing is nice.
Yeah,
What is it made out of?
it is. All right. The outside is stainless steel 304. The inside is 441. I used to be a pipe welder, so I know metals, but you can also Google it. 441 is like
Hmm.
heat resistant for one
Yep, that's
thing.
high.
It will not fail under heat, and it's made for hot environments. And they use some sort of rock insulation, 5 inches of it, not just across it, but the back, the front, and the bottom. And man,
Fire brick refractory.
I've only used it one time on video. It's made in Italy. It's
Oh wow.
made by Italians, and
Wow.
yeah, Fontana let's say Mangiafuco. It took me forever to learn how to say that. And Mangiafuco was a fictional character back in the 1800s, and it means fire eater. That's what Mangiafuco means. Just
That's cool.
so you know, believe me, I've Googled all this, just trying to learn a little bit about it. But it's the medium size. They got a really large one. I got to medium, which is still pretty darn big. I'm not a small guy as far as width and girth goes, and me standing beside it, it's a whole lot wider than me. And
SJ was saying he wants to get one when he retires. He's not even going to ask how much. You'd be surprised, man. It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
It's not what you think it would be. It's not like. I mean, they could probably get every bit of 10 grand for that thing if they wanted to, but I mean, they wouldn't get too many sales, but people would buy it. But we talking about over half that.
Yeah,
you're talking
under half that.
You're talking about the pizza oven?
Yeah.
I followed that link the other day when I watched your video. It's what, $5,000 for that pizza oven?
Yeah, it's $5,000, but this is considered portable because the cart that this one's on, you can put it on a stone table. You can put it on any kind of table. You can buy it without the cart, but the cart's got wheels and it's got 2 handles that pull out, and it's heavy as heck, man. Shipping weight on this thing was 450 pounds. Most of it was all oven, but
they're starting to sell because I got wind of I'm in contact with the people from GWP Gourmet Wood Products.
Yeah,
and they're catering to the pizza oven people now. So they're cutting a wood stick that's 1 inch by 1 inch square.
Yeah. I'm trying to get somebody that does that. Yeah,
and 8 inches. They're sending me some. So I got a pizza oven, but it's one of them Wayfair type clay dome one. I mean, I use it here and there. I mean, it still makes excellent pizza.
Hey, yeah, those are good too, man. If it's like made out of clay and stuff, man, those are actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
actually, I mean, like those are cool.
They were made. Cool. I actually ordered one of those one time from Mayfair, believe it or not, and it was like a terracotta, all stone pizza oven, and they shipped it, and the thing come to me completely crushed. I'm like, golly, man. So I called them. And I said, hey, this thing is destroyed, I said, I've done pay. It didn't cost a lot. It's not huge. It's not nothing the size of the one I got, but it was a pizza oven. And I'm like, man, that'd be cool to have that. And so they shipped me another one out, and it come completely broken up. I was like, God bless it. So I called them again. They said, we're going to send you back a refund. I said, what do you want me to do with it? And you can look at some of my videos, and if you look by my tree out here, you'll see it broke in half. That second one I got, I laid it over there, and we just, for whatever, I think the wife planned planting it or something, but it just, I said, hey, gummit. So that never happened, but so, the Fontana that makes this, Fontana Forni out of Italy, they were the very first company, like in 1930 something, to come out with a portable, what they call portable pizza oven. They're the ones that started that. So that's just for your information thing, Now there's a lot of competitors out there.
Yeah, they work good. You can get it for about $100. And
what I spent,
what I was doing before is I was getting lumped charcoal and just burning it outside of it in a galvanized bucket, and then shoving it in the pizza oven. Then I'd start cooking. But
right
now when now that I got those sticks, man, fuck that.
Yeah, if you get some little sticks, that's perfect. I reached out to a company here a couple of weeks ago what I did is I Google pizza oven wood, and this company popped up, and these are already squared off like that, so long. I mean, this oven a whole big long sticks, but anyway, they never reached back out to me. So I went to Academy and bought some kiln dried oak. Because I don't want flavor. I want a real neutral wood. I mainly want BTUs, and kiln dried is going to be the best thing for those pizza ovens as far as get caught very quick, a lot of BTUs, and not no really smoked flavor. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of wood would you use anyway for pizza if you do want some kind of flavor? What would work good?
I don't know. I personally don't think I'd want it on there. When this thing's up to heat, and I mean, when it's going 700 degrees, there is no smoke. It ain't nothing but pure heat.
No.
You got an active fire rolling over, smoke is gone. That's history, But, yeah, I don't think I would want smoke on a pizza. I'll be honest with you. That was always something I thought about. Like, who wants a smoky pizza, And you will not taste none of that. Like I did those pizzas on this video I just did, and I got a whole lot more coming up on it. But, I'm like, prior years ago, even doing it in Kamado, I'm like, I got to get this thing screaming hot because I don't want it to taste like smoke. And a Kamado can get just as hot as this oven can. Matter of fact, I had the one outside yesterday up to 800 degrees. It's bleach white inside now. Remember how it looked, Mike, when I raised the hood on it? It's bleach white. Everything about it is just, it looks like a brand new, and it cleans the fire out of it. And the everything, the deflector plate, everything looks freaking brand new again, even the inside top of it. But that's how you clean them. It's kind of like these self-cleaning ovens where you get that other latch just for self-cleaning, and it can get up to really high temps. That's how it works, just burn it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had mentioned yesterday I wanted to get like a Kamado style grill to my wife. She was like, "Well, where are you gonna put it?" Because I got shit all over the place. And then on top of that, yesterday that company had sent me a charcoal grill and a flat top grill. She was like, "What are you gonna do with all this stuff?"
Trust me, man, you'll get a lot of grills the more you do this. You'll get a lot of them, and you'll find yourself selling off a lot of them. I do that a lot. I'll get something just because they want me to do a video, and then I'll sell it.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm not going to keep that charcoal grill, and I'm probably not going to keep the flat top. I'll probably keep the flat top for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it'll come in handy, and I'm going to give away them 3 that they're telling me to give away. But, I mean, I would rather have, like, I've had my eye, and people, every time I tell people this, they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but I've had my eye on that Cuisinart 360 XL for the longest time because it doesn't take up a big footprint. You have a lot of cooking space, and it's got shelves on that fold up and down. And I mean, and if you don't want to use it to cook on, you can actually use it as a burner for putting pots on and boiling water, or if you want to keep barbecue sauce going or whatever you want to do. It's just basically a knockoff of that real expensive brand that that girl guy, the cooking guy, was it
Sam the cooking guy?
Sam the cooking guy.
Hey
yeah.
girl, hey girl.
No. Sam the cooking guy. Every time I mention Sam the cooking guy, everybody's like, "Who's that girl?" or something like that.
No, Sam's a dude.
Yeah, I know, but they making fun is all they do. And but he's got that, he's got that real expensive one that he's got,
oh yeah.
But I mean, this one's just as big, and it's only $300, but it's big.
I've seen it.
You're talking about the Charbroil, I think, makes that one.
No, Cuisinart. It's Cuisinart.
Oh, Cuisinart. Yeah, Cuisinart. Yeah.
Cuisinart. They got 2.
Yeah,
they got the XL, and then they got the regular one. The XL's got 3 burners, and it's nice, man. It's got a drip tray that runs around the whole damn thing.
I
You know?
googled one time that one that Sam uses because he mentioned the brand in a video. I can't remember now what it
It's
was.
like $2,500.
Oh man, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Damn.
But like I said, Cuisinart's got their XL version. It's been like when I first looked at it, it was like $300, right?
Yeah.
And then like I guess it just got popular because I started seeing a lot of other people having them on their YouTube channels, and I was like, damn. So the price went up like $150, but I just checked today, and it was back down to $300 on Amazon. I was like,
And I-
Sam lost his hair for it.
And I like it because you can put the camera right
yeah,
next
the
to
Evo.
Yeah, you can put the
Evo,
camera
that's
right next to where you're cooking, and you're slicing whatever straight off the grill.
Yeah.
It's a sexy ass griddle.
It's very, very sexy, man. It's very nice. It's very nice, and it doesn't take up like that one that Sam has. I'm sure you can get it on a cart, but his is basically to sit on a tabletop. You know what I mean?
Shit. 2000. That thing at I haven't looked at all the websites, but the first one that popped up is Barbecue Guys, $5,295 for that EVO Affinity.
Yeah,
Good
I
God.
hadn't even
Yeah.
seen those. I need to look into that. I ain't never seen them.
yeah. That's the same one Sam uses, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hey, Hey, Triple B, speaking of Kamados, I ended up getting a Kamado Joe kettle, and they were 100. I got it for $160.
I'll
at
be right
Lowe's.
back, guys.
Dang,
$168.
Yeah,
that's good.
that's
you
a
got
500.
You talking about
$500.
that? Yeah, you talking about the you ain't talking about the one that's got the ceramic in it. You talking about the
No, it's a kettle.
regular kettle. Yeah,
Kind of
Yeah.
funny shape, kind of
Yeah,
like
it's just it has a
hourglass.
slow roller. Yeah, slow roller.
yeah.
But I mean, it's a $500 grill. Still has ceramic inserts.
Oh yeah, you
And
got a deal there. You
for
got a deal there.
$160, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
It's a
you figure
no-brainer.
with everything that you get with it, I mean,
Oh
you're
man,
better off.
it's well made.
You're better off buying that than you are a Weber.
I used
You
to
know what I
work
mean?
with Kamado Joe until they sold out the Masterbuilt. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. The same company now.
Yeah.
Masterbuilt, Kamado Joe, and then there's one other company that's with them. Can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all the same
matter of fact,
company.
I'm still friends with the original owner of Kamado Joe. He's friends with me on Facebook, has been for 6-7 years from way back. But he sold out. What was his name? I can't even remember now. I keep wanting to say Brad Barrett, but I think he's the guy that has grill grates. I can't remember, but anyway, it's been a long time.
So, what would you say the dimensions are of that of those letters that you got back there, Al?
I want to say they're 9 inches tall and about maybe 10 inches tall and maybe about 6 feet. I mean 6 inches wide.
Dang, they look bigger than that from here, but they're.
I thought they were a foot tall.
Now I think of they look like they're 3/4 of an inch. No, I'm just picking.
So, what's
Look,
22.5 centimeters is what?
I'm going to give you a reference point. This is the 24 ouncer.
Okay, so this is probably about right because it's saying 22.5 centimeters in height, and that's 8.8 inches.
I'm giving you something you guys are all familiar with. The 24 ouncer.
Oh, okay.
I'm not familiar with it, but yeah, go ahead.
I got the 12 ounce. I mean,
You're cheating yourself.
well, I got a whole 12 pack of those, so it'll be all right. I got a 12 pack.
Grab another one.
I got a 12 pack of I got a 12 pack of Coors Light in there as well, and I got a 6-pack. I got a 6-pack of.
I wasn't talking about the guy from Masterbuilt. I was talking about the guy that originally owned Kamado Joe. I don't know anybody from Masterbuilt, and that was not his name. I can't remember his name, but like I said, we're friends on Facebook, but I don't never see no post from him. But he sold out. Whenever Masterbuilt took over 3-4 years ago, whatever it's been. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. Why am I hearing myself echoing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can hear the echo now.
You know what? Matter of fact,
That
while
doesn't-
we're here, I got some new headphones. I want to try them out.
I hear
hadn't tried them
echoing too. It's not just me.
I think that's Mike echoing.
Now you're echoing. It's not just me. It's everybody. Yeah, we're missing out on them 10-ounce ponies. 10 ounces, man, that'd be just enough to make me thirsty.
Dude.
Bobby Brennan. That's him. Bobby Brennan. Somebody just nailed it. Bobby Brennan.
Yeah,
That's
Bobby
him.
Brennan.
Yeah. That's the guy.
All right, I muted my mic and it was still echoing, so it ain't me.
Too. Must be Al.
Probably Al.
It wasn't doing it when he was sitting there.
All right, let's see. Take that off.
I'm gonna mute
I'm
my
gonna turn
camera. Let's see. I remember.
No, it's not echoing no more. He put his headphones back on.
Okay. That's what it was. His headphones must have been close to his microphone.
Oh, you're talking about mine? Sorry.
Yeah.
They were talking back into each other.
Yeah, we were getting an echo just as soon as you left. I'm like, where's that coming from?
They were right. Yeah, they were right under the table by the camera. So yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we lost Mike.
Uh-oh, we lost Mike.
Yep, we lost
so what are you
Mike.
guys planning on cooking for the weekend?
Nothing.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not cooking nothing over the weekend. I do got to do a cook next week, and I'm still debating. I've got to use the pizza oven, and I'm debating. I haven't figured out exactly what yet. That's
Do some lasagna on that thing, man. I bet some lasagna would be bomb on that.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
You can do. I mean, it's an oven when it comes down to it, you know. But I don't know. I'm debating. Should I go ahead and start like a pizza series now, or should I show what else you can do?
Pizza look good, man.
For the winter. I'm gonna do pizza soon. Also, I love pizza during the winter.
I've done some frozen pizzas on that 250 gallon, running about a 550 fire, and they turn out pretty good.
I know. A lot of people are going to be doing holiday food coming up. Hams and turkey and prime rib and all this stuff, and I've got a ton of them videos out there already, and it's just like, why not break out of that mold? And no, that them videos only get views for 4 or 5 weeks, and then that's it to next year, you know. And so I'm like, I might just rock and roll with something else and let everybody else do that. And somebody like, God, I'm sick of turkey videos. Oh, look, pizza. You know, maybe. I mean, it's just my way of thinking, but who knows?
Simon's got a wedding to cook for, man. Look at that brisket, chicken, and sausage. I can barely see the comments, so just in case somebody commented earlier, I'm barely able to see them.
You using your phone or
using the phone?
Okay,
using the phone.
Making baby backs. Haven't had a sweet rib in a while.
Yeah, I'm doing brisket also. I'm going to do a brisket on the Woodwind Pro.
Y'all hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I got it set up.
It wasn't you. You didn't have to put them on, but
no, I wanted to try these out because I just bought these.
Are they wireless or something?
Yeah. The Bluetooth.
Cool. Awesome.
What up, boy?
Working good.
What's
You
going
got you
on,
some
man?
company over there, Mike.
Yeah, my son come with some food, man. He come to feed me. Hey,
Hell yeah.
and my daughter-in-law with my, she got one in the bun here. She got one in the bun here.
Uh-oh.
One in the oven. She got a bun
Yeah,
in the oven.
a
Bun in
bun
the
in the
oven.
oven.
Like,
What is that one mine? Oh, we can just take it in there. Yeah. Here, let me move some of this stuff. Y'all gonna sit out here? Oh, I had to do a giveaway tonight. I tell y'all what, let me I'm gonna come back, y'all.
fire break pizza is the best.
All right.
You know,
It
Mike.
is.
Speaking of which, during football season, we do the cookout for the early games, and then the late night games were already all barbecued out, but we still have the pit going. And I grabbed myself a couple of little Caesars hot and ready, and then we just tweak them out with a whole bunch of veggies on top and put them on the pit on the offset, and they come out fucking awesome, man.
I hear you.
Hell yeah.
The crust crisps up, man. By that time we're all drunk, but who cares? I mean, it's an easy cook, and it still keeps the party going.
My buddy Jeff Rice over at Dead Broke Barbecue, he's been making pizza all week. He's got a good friend of his that wrote this book right here. And see that thin and crispy type pizza?
I love thin and crispy, man.
That's
That's
the
my
style
favorite.
he makes. And Jeff's been taking his recipe from that book, and he's been trying to perfect it. And he's going to do it on the pellet grill soon for video. So I'm
Oh,
looking
wow.
forward to that. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, use it like an oven. Get that thing up to 550 degrees and rock and roll.
Hey, yes, Mario wants to know how you liking that woodwind so far, Al.
I'm still getting used to it, but I don't really want to comment on it because I'm dropping the video tonight, and it kind of has my opinions about what
What's
I think
your
about
channel
it.
name, Al?
Al Lunacy Queuing.
Al Lunacy
So I got it up there now.
Queuing. Okay. Well, shit. I've seen you in the chats. I didn't know you had a channel. Well,
he's
just
quietly
subbed,
he's
man.
quietly coming up.
I just subbed.
Yeah, the Woodwind Pro. It has its pros and it has its cons. I'll say this: it has more pros and cons, but I do give the cons on the video, and so it's an honest review. It's about 10 minutes. It'll drop tonight after I get out of the chat.
As good as pellet smokers are, they all got cons. I don't care what brand they are.
Yeah.
But you're right. There are more pros and cons. Here's a question that Russ can probably answer right here. If you're cooking high heat and the fire is burning clean, do you think it matters what type of fuel you use? Wood, propane,
Shut that door for me.
charcoal, etc.
Nope. Not really. Not really.
No, it shouldn't.
I mean, when you're talking high heat, I'm thinking about the pizza we were just talking about. Matter of fact,
that's what he
I
what he means. Pizza.
I had the option. I had the option when I started working with Fontana if I wanted gas or wood. And man, I was so tempted to say gas just for simplicity reasons. Light it, fire it up, preheat it. Plus, it's so adjustable, But I'm like, no, I'm a woods charcoal channel. I said I want the challenge of dialing in these temps myself, and so I went with wood. But yeah, you could definitely use gas, man.
Hey, I'm going haul ass, y'all. I appreciate you having me on, Mike. This is my first time seeing my son and my daughter-in-law since since I've been back. So, and plus he brought me some he brought me some catfish and
Oh, man.
fries and stuff like
man.
that. So
I heard that. Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
so, but I
All right.
appreciate y'all, man.
Cheers.
Y'all have a good live, man. Have a good evening. Al,
Cheers.
Mike,
Cheers, Mike.
Russ.
We'll see you.
Later.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, it'd make no difference on your how you're getting your BTUs. It wouldn't matter. Heat's all you're after.
Yep.
Yeah, I love my propane grill for steaks, man. You can't get. I mean, it's a quick way to get hot, super hot.
I tell you what, most of the time it's just me and my wife. We'll take ribeyes and I'll sous vide them right there in the kitchen, and we'll sear them in a cast iron skillet. I'm not worried about firing up no grill every time I cook, and they taste
That'll
great.
work.
You
That'll
know,
work too. That'll work
I
too.
love doing steak in a cast iron grill. That's good, man. With
Yeah,
that
so
garlic, the thyme,
yeah,
and the butter.
I've always said
Man,
that. I've
shit.
never been one of these stuck up people that's like look down at pellet grills or look down at gas grills, or it's like there's a place for all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Let me ask you guys this. I sometimes have used my cast iron pans, out here on the offset, and I know that there's I don't know, I would say a theory, but some people say that if you season a brisket with too many ingredients, the smoke doesn't penetrate the meat. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this: the cast irons that I've used out here, when I take them inside and clean them and wash them up, and then I use them in the oven, it still smells like post oak. So if post oak can penetrate a cast iron, how is it not going to penetrate meat?
It's penetrating, man. And I'll tell you something else.
Yeah.
That's a myth. People tell you that meat can only absorb smoke for the first 3 hours or 4 hours. That's bullcrap. As long as it's in there and smoke surrounding, it's picking up smoke.
Okay.
That is
we're
taking smoke the whole time.
We're all on the same page on that.
Okay. The other day, and that thing took in a ton of smoke.
It'd be ridiculous to not think that smoke is layering on top of. You know how when you put like smoked cheese in there, the first thing it does is start developing a little bit of color and more color and more color. And the more it's in that smoke, the more color. Bacon, same way. You take cured raw pork belly that you've cured all week and put it in there. It starts off and then it gets a little darker, a little darker, a little darker. And I go by color to tell. I'm like, okay, that's got enough smoke. But if I left it in there 10 hours, it's gonna have a lot of color because the whole time it's getting smoke applied to it, And that all that is a lot of that stems from YouTube, man. You got to be careful. A lot of this crap you hear, and it's just not true. It's just not.
Yeah. It's like years ago you had to burn real thin blue smoke, and that was the only way you could smoke meat. There wasn't supposed to be no dirty smoke and all that shit.
Yeah.
And now, now YouTube says it's okay to use dirty smoke now.
I don't listen to none of that because I've been doing this long enough to know what I do, and I don't change from that. I don't pick up on these new fads with these guys trying to make a name for themselves, and they throw a new idea, and everybody's on board. Oh my God, tallow! How cool is that? It's like, oh my God, that out tallow the entire time it's cooking.
It don't need it. No, it don't
on
need
that,
it. I use it because I got it, but it don't need it.
Sure, exactly.
On that note, I remember my dad back in the old days, and I'm talking 30, 40 years ago, when he'd cook a brisket, and the way it was done then was you'd get a brisket and you'd season it. Of course, you'd trim it a little bit, but you would sear the fuck out of it. You'd sear it on both sides, get a good color. That's how you would get a bark. Then you would do an indirect.
Right.
And then mop it as it's cooking indirect. That was the old way. Nobody's doing that no more.
I did a video years ago, and it was with St. Louis steaks, which is nothing more but pork shoulder that's been cut into steaks, and I seared it first and developed some sear on it. Then I put it on the smoker and just cooked it low and slow until it got completely tender where you can cut it with a butter knife. Comments like, well, you're not going to get no smoke on it now after putting that sear on it first. I'm like, you're so full of it, Trust me, it had a beautiful smoke flavor,
One thing though, one thing that live fire does do though.
YouTube.
One thing that live fire does do though, if you season it, it burns all your rub off.
Oh,
it burns all the taste away.
Yeah,
it burns all your taste away.
That it does do. But that's kind of like that Baltimore pit beef I just did. You gotta turn that thing almost black, you know what I'm saying, in spots. And it's just like, what is it doing to this rub? But believe it or not, it's such a thin layer. When you slice it so thin, it puts an incredible flavor. That's really where all the flavors coming from outside of the beef that's in the middle, and it's just like, dang, that's good. It works in that kind of situation. There's so many variables to all this. It's not cut and dry on anything, It's all about technique, style, methods. All that plays a part in it,
And you don't get the same result on every cook either. It's a different result every time you cook. It may be a little bit different, but nothing is exactly the same every time.
That is a fact. That is a fact. No two pieces of meat are created equal either,
But that's the fun in it. That's the fun of it. You go back and say, how the hell did I do this? And you step back and retrace your steps and say, this is how I'm going to replicate this. Because you hit it's either hit or miss. And if you hit, well, then you retrace your steps.
Yeah.
And you say that's the way I'm going to do it from now on.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I don't need some YouTube video. It's great for people starting out that don't know, you know what I'm saying? But even then, they got to be careful to do the information they're listening to. But when I know something works and I proved it to myself, nobody convinced me otherwise,
Definitely, but it's appreciated if you share with it, share that knowledge.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And, I agree.
And that's why we're here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't hide nothing. I share everything. I've had people come on my channel and say, "Oh, your smoke's too dirty. This is not right, man. My barbecue turns out great."
Don't say that out too loud there, Mike. Don't say, you don't share everything. That you're going to get Trumpet to get your butt naked.
I'm trying to get Trumpet to get on here with that secret book. Oh, here he is. He's here.
Oh, what's up, y'all?
What's up,
y'all?
What's up?
What's going on? My ears was ringing. What happened?
Oh man, that much. we were talking about
the secret book.
We were talking about Ellen. We were talking about Ellen's bush.
Ah, yes. Oh my goodness, I still have nightmares of that thing. Man, I had to jump on the phone because my room is taken over here at the moment. So I've never jumped on one of these things on my phone. I have on Instagram, but not on YouTube. Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you sound good.
If y'all hear somebody screaming in the background, we got a crazy calico cat in there. And when she wants water, she screams and hollers. And you have to go turn the water faucet on the kitchen very slowly. She'll sit there and lick the water out of the stream, but she's in there screaming her lungs out right now.
Man, cats are just insane, period. I mean, just like you could be out here, and my neighborhood is pretty much out in the country kind of, and all of a sudden you just hear cats just screaming their asses off. They're just like, yeah.
That's what she's doing right now. Like she's trying to get one of us coming there and turn her water on. I know what she's doing. But the funny thing is there's water dishes on the floor where we feed her, and it's just like she's too good for that. She wants to drink it right out of the filtered spout that's on the filter,
I see.
You're spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
She's old. She's like 13 years old.
So I want to read this comment off right here right quick. I was following Mad Scientist Barbecue for a while, and he said no dirty smoke. I always wondered why my meat didn't come out smoky until I started to run a dirtier fire. So now he's retracting all that stuff he used to follow.
Yeah.
And now he's all for the dirty smoke crowd now, since he's done been to Goldies and been around Chud and all those guys. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
He learned how to really barbecue.
Well,
know
the
what
whole
you're
thing
saying,
is,
but I will say too much dirty smoke's going to make your meat acrid too. You can get away with a little bit of
Oh
that,
yeah.
but if you
You
ain't
got
running
look.
under dirty smoke, you ain't gonna be able to eat it. You
And
know what I'm
I'll tell
saying?
you one other myth about smoking. A lot of people, downplay or I would say they give a bad rap on using mesquite. But there's a time and place for mesquite
I
too.
like grilling with mesquite. I like
Yeah,
grilling like an
grilling with
open
mesquite.
firewall that's coming up. I've
It's
never
hot as
smoked
hell.
enough of it. I've never smoked with it.
Nothing burns as hot as mesquite, man.
Oh, I
Mesquite
know.
burns hot as hell, man.
Very hot, very hot. I got some mesquite out here that a friend of mine actually cut when he was out wherever mesquite grows and brought it to me. I've had it for almost a year, so it's well seasoned. And I had it beside my Santa Maria. I sold Mike to Santa Maria, and I meant to gave him that mesquite to take with him, and I forgot all about it. He left. There was a big pile of it. Like, God bless it. Now what am I going to do with this? I don't even have an open pit to burn it in, really. I guess I could haul it over to Derek's house and maybe use it in a pizza oven or something.
And let me tell you something else about mesquite that it's used here in South Texas, but a lot of people don't know is mesquite. The mesquite tree grows these pods or seeds, and if you break them in half and you taste them, they're sweet. If you throw that in
This
your
motherfucker
fire,
here.
you throw this in the fire, you actually get a hint of sweetness as well.
Yeah.
One of my mods
I'm
want
not.
to take care of this clown right here.
Who's that? Yo, shut up.
Shut up twice. You don't want to listen to it, get off the freaking live stream, dude.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. But talking about that, we cook with a lot of hickory wood and stuff in Mississippi and surrounding
seems like
states.
somebody's trying to be a poo-poo face. Somebody being a poo-poo face in the chat.
One thing I like to do is take hickory nuts, the actual nut with,
Oh, wow.
and everything, and throw that into a grill and let that, be in the fire while you're grilling steaks or whatever.
That's good info there. For me,
I love grilling with mesquite. Grilling steaks with mesquite is awesome, man.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't use mesquite as much. I use mesquite lump, but I don't use it as much because I grew up with it, and I've already burned out my taste buds with mesquite. So since I like to drink, I get heartburn with mesquite. So I kind of stay away from it. But I grew up eating a lot of mesquite. Mesquite smoke.
That's true. I mean, you're whatever region you grow up in is typically what you're going to be used to. It's kind of like in this state, it's hickory, it's pecan, and it's blackjack oak. It's those woods, and that's primarily what I use because that's the barbecue I know. That's the barbecue I grew up on.
Yeah, can't go wrong with pecking. It's all about that pecking.
Yeah,
Right, the beauty of barbecue is the wood that's in your region. Right here where I'm at, I've got plenty full red oak and water oak stuff like that. But red oak's what I love to use.
Man, I got nothing.
Too.
I got nothing but cedar trees out of here, man. That stuff's fantastic.
Yeah, don't use those. Don't use cedar, man.
That's the secret to the perfect Texas
I've got
brisket.
2 cedar trees on my property.
Green cedar.
Now we got a lot of pine trees here in South Mississippi too, but I don't use them to smoke with. But I will use them to start a fire with sometime. Take some of that lighter they call it with all that sap in it. That's a fast way. You can take a match and get. And matter of fact, I got a box full of them right here.
That lighter pine. I screwed up one time, wasn't paying attention, and threw some on a barbecue pit one time, but I took it right back out.
Yeah, you could. It'll work as long as it burns through. Through, and then you wait.
But this ain't nothing but pine, man. You can smell it. You can take a lighter and light that in. It'll light up. It won't light up as quick as a match, but it don't take long. Once it's burning, you ain't putting it out, unless you dump
that rich lighter pine. I can walk out in the woods over here and find that quick. That stuff is all over Southeast Texas.
That's how we used to start fires. But that's all it is. That's pine tree. I don't like putting it in an offset or nothing really too much. I don't want that pine flavor really You know, I wouldn't do it a lot. I have done it.
You know, when I was a kid, I roasted some
wildfire.
marshmallow on some burning pine. That wasn't real great. So I figured that out a long time ago. Pine wasn't no good to smoke with.
No, it's not. But it's real good.
It's all about that
Start a
cedar,
fire
baby.
with.
That cedar tree. It puts the flavor on it.
You know, somebody's got a video on YouTube where they burnt cedar down and grilled steaks over cedar. I can't remember who had it, but I watched it a long time ago.
Let me tell you real quick. Back
Somebody
when I
did
first started YouTube, what was real popular back then was cedar plank this and cedar plank that.
Yeah.
Well,
The cedar plank fish and all that.
I finally bought me some cedar planks, and I got a video on there. It's stuffed shrimp. I had these gorgeous shrimp. I stuffed them with crab meat and all this stuff. I put them on these damn cedar planks, and I cooked them on that. They look beautiful, and all I could taste was cedar.
Wait, what did you do with the cedar planks? Did you soak them with water?
Yeah, you soak the wood with soak the planks in water and all, but all I could taste is that cedar infusing into that. I'm like, that is terrible.
I've done fish, man, and I soak those planks with beer instead of water.
I've done that.
It gives it a little something different. But I've done that.
What I've done was waited a few years, and they started coming out with oak planks and alderwood planks. Alderwood would have been really good on that shrimp, you know, but cedar, in my opinion, is like using a freaking pine tree. It don't belong on nothing, you know. That's just me. I know some people just love it. I'm like, oh, y'all can have that crap. You know?
I agree. I'm just bullshitting when I'm talking about cooking something with cedar, but
yeah.
But yeah.
It just wasn't my cup of tea, man. I'm like, oh, heck no. I said, all I did is waste a bunch of money on shrimp and crab meat. That's what I've done, you know.
Yeah.
They look good, but that's about all they did.
What's everybody drinking tonight? Al Luna said, you still on that ranch water?
Ranch water?
Yeah. That ranch water that he drinks, that Modelo ranch water, I think. Are you on that? Mike, are you still drinking that?
That's a good question for y'all, Louie. Ted wants to know if you smoke jalapenos for a couple of hours, do they get hotter?
They get less hot.
Actually, I don't know, man, because like if I grill some jalapenos, to me they get spicier. Grilled jalapenos are a lot spicier than just a regular jalapeno, in my opinion, in my experience.
Yeah.
It depends, you know.
I don't know about
depends on the jalapeno.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It depends on the jalapeno.
Yeah, my experience with cooking with anything hot, including making hot sauce, is a good thing. I got a mango hot sauce on my channel, and once you start and putting heat on any of these peppers with that capsaicin oils and everything like that, to me it tames it down. Cayenne powder the same way. It loses a lot of that forward punch. So I'm gonna say if anything, it's not as hot compared to a raw jalapeno. You know, that's my take on it. Right, wrong, or whatever. That's just been my experience with any kind of hot pepper, you know.
I ain't really never paid that much attention to it, if it got hotter or not.
No, it don't get hotter. If anything, like I said, it tames it down a little bit, in my opinion. But that's just me.
I'm drinking that Yingling, Louie.
Yeah. No, I'm on Coronas tonight, man. I've got Coronas. Also got me a pack of Thirsty Goat that I'll be sipping tomorrow.
Oh, damn.
The Thirsty Goat right here. You guys ever hear of Thirsty Goat before? Thirsty Goat beer?
Yeah.
I heard of it. I ain't never drank it.
What's it called?
Thirsty Goat.
Sounds interesting.
It's pretty good stuff. It's a pretty dark beer. Very delicious. It'll get you there pretty quick.
Yeah.
I
was sitting there reading his comments, and maybe I got some hot ones. That's true with jalapenos. I've gotten mild ones, and I've gotten some so hot you couldn't hardly take it. and they're all different. I think where they're grown and all that has a lot to do with that.
No, I think a lot of it has to do with what time of year they're pulled too. Because
that
like
too, yeah, absolutely.
well, in my experience with jalapeno picking, pepper picking,
yeah,
the spiciest ones that burnt both ends was the ones that were metamorphosizing into a different color. Okay, but they weren't all the way red yet. They like toward the stem. It was almost like a maroon color turning into like a dark green, kind of just at the tip, just at the end of the jalapeno, right?
Well,
at the end, by the stem.
I used to work at a.
Those are dangerous.
I used to work at a co-op store, and I would hear the jalapeno crop farmers say that you first start off a jalapeno with a lot of water as it's growing. Once it gets to mid growth, you deprive it of water. You don't water it as much. That way, whatever as it develops, it's getting more hotter because it has less water. You know, and you're flushing it out.
Yeah.
So at the end, when they pick them, they haven't been given water for some time, and they're hot as fuck.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I've had jalapenos that were spicier than a habanero before. I was like, I walked around and got my lips, man. I'm walking around like this, like I didn't have any lips. I just felt like I looked like this.
Some of the hottest.
So sweating and shit, just sweating like freaking like
I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you've seen like in the paste picantes. Some of them are mild, some of them are medium, and some of them are hot. Well, the jalapenos that were deprived of water were, of course, I'm speaking on what the farmers told me. They had contracts with paste picante, so the ones that were deprived of water they would sell as the hotter sauce, and then they would rank it by what crop was deprived more water, and that's how they sold them to paste picante.
So the places that have dry are going to have the spicy peppers.
That makes total sense to me.
So I was at my mama's a couple of weeks ago, and she's got like every pepper bush that you can think of. She's got every pepper that you can think of, every pepper bush. She's out in the country, they'll farm. And so the one that I personally like is the Tabasco pepper. And so like her Tabasco pepper bushes were just massive. And I'm like, Mama, I'm gonna go out there and take me some Tabasco peppers. And I did, and I took a big old freezer bag, those gallon size ones. I filled that sucker up with just peppers. I mean, Tabasco peppers, red ones, green ones, yellow ones. Fill it up, and we put them in vinegar. I put some in vinegar here, and man, unfortunately, they're so freaking hot and spicy that I can't enjoy them. Like they're like crazy blistering spicy. You're just like, tore me up, man. But
hey, y'all see this comment right here from Barbacoa Bandits about guys throwing sausage on the grill still in the plastic?
Hang tight. I can't see the coming down.
What's that? Story. I've seen people throw sausage on the grill still in the plastic package.
Definitely.
I guess they thought they were doing sous vide or something. What the hell, man?
That's very common here. That's very common down here.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean that's common? They cook a pack of sausage in the package on the grill.
So I know it was on Facebook a lot last year.
Indirect, because the juices are contained. You know what I mean? I mean, there was a time where we'd have boil bags. Remember that? You'd buy a boil bag, and it was like meat and gravy, and you would just boil it. And it wasn't any sous vide type of temperature. It was like a hard boil. You know what I mean?
All right, here's one from Guggen Barbecue right here. What's the biggest Thanksgiving fails all y'all ever had? My brother-in-law used a sugar-based rub for a turkey. I'm sure you can all imagine how that turned out. So I actually had somewhat of a fail last year. I smoked turkey on that big pellet smoker, until it got to an internal temp of about 140, and then I was gonna finish it off in the fryer, do like Meat Church did his last year. And the thermometer I was using for that oil was not accurate, so I thought I was at 325 on my oil, and I was actually at 375. So when I dropped that freaking turkey down in that oil, it scorched the freaking skin off of it, man. I was like, shit. But it still turned out good. It just didn't have no skin on it. It burned all the skin off the outside. That's my Thanksgiving fail.
You know what would be
Yeah.
cool there, Lewis?
It is from Austin.
Is
it is brewed
you
in
would hold-
Austin. I think Hojo was asking.
you'd be holding that thirsty goat, and I would just reach this way and then pull a thirsty goat like right here.
That'd be pretty dope.
You know what I mean?
Go get yourself. We'll do that.
I can't
We'll do
find
that
it down
tomorrow.
here. I can't find it. Oh, on that note, my new video that drops, I do mention the chat. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
10-4.
Yeah.
Man.
Nice.
What about you, Russ? You ever had a Thanksgiving fail you want to share?
Thanksgiving? No, I can think of. But I was just thinking about that sausage y'all were just talking about. You know, I've got this chamber vac, and it uses those clear bags that it's not like the regular vacuum bags. Matter of fact, if you put these bags in a regular vacuum sealer, it melts the strip off. But at any rate, the way we do chili or soup or stew or anything, we'll drop that bag that we vacuum packed into boiling water to reheat it. 20 minutes in that boiling water, and take it out, zip it open, take a knife, cut open, and it's ready to eat. It's already reheated. And my wife is going to do that tonight with that Baltimore pit beef I made. I said, no, you'll overcook it, bad. She goes, oh, why didn't you tell me that? Well, how you going to do it? I said, sous vide, get it up to 130, medium, it can't go over 130. And as soon as I started that circulator, I dropped them in. It got up to 130 just in minutes, really. I said, in 1 hour, take them out. They'll be perfect. And they were,
Hell yeah. Oh, Randy
guys,
Shifter right here is going to cook 85 ribeyes for the guys at work, and he's super nervous about it.
Yeah, he's going to make his first video out of that. He'll be all right.
He'll be all right. He'll be
hey,
all
guys,
right.
I'm out.
Ribeyes is easy, man.
You out of here, man?
I'm out. I got a commitment, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right, man.
All right, man. I hope to see you.
All right, Al.
Bye, Al. In the chat tomorrow, Al.
Okay, will be.
All right, brother.
Later.
Later, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that on a grill though, even indirect. Golly, I don't know.
Yeah, throwing that sausage on a grill in the plastic, I wouldn't do that.
I'll put them on indirect, but it's going to be out of the plastic,
Yeah, I want to get a little smoke on it.
I grilled out some chicken poblano sausages. I don't know if Lance is still in the chat, but that's an idea for you right there, buddy. H-E-B sells those chicken poblano sausages. Have you ever tried those, Mike? They
What's
have the
that?
chicken. They're chicken poblano sausages. They're sausages made of chicken, and they have poblano pepper in them, and some cheese, and they're raw. You just grill them up. I did that today.
Sound good.
Yeah,
I had never seen them.
Man.
I've made my own chicken sausage before, and then we got a local market basket over here that sells green onion and chicken sausage, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, man. Every time I make those, I'll do them with like some sweet potatoes. Like the combination of that chicken poblano sausage with a sweet potato, fantastic. I don't know what it is. It just goes together. That's what I was doing today.
So, Lewis, how do you spell your name? L-U-I-S or L-O?
Yeah, it's actually L-U-I-S.
Okay. I've been watching different people spell it different ways, and I started with L-O-U, and I'm like, no,
my entire life, it's been spelled all kinds of different ways that you can imagine. L-O-U-I-S, L-O-I-S, L-U-I-S-E, L-O-U-I-S.
I don't know if I've been spelling it right.
Everything.
Well,
it's all good. I mean,
I
I know
think
what people
Randy
mean.
Shifter's comment in there somewhere. I think it was his. And
Yeah, I think.
somebody called you Lewis anyway, whoever it was.
Yeah.
And
No, but it's all good. I don't take any
yeah,
offense
I was
to it.
just wondering because I've spelt it both ways, not knowing, so I
Yeah.
thought I'd ask.
No, it's all good. It's just one of those deals that you just. I mean, I grew up with it like that. Hell, I don't even want to get into my last name, but that one's even more chopped.
We rented a Santa Maria.
There you go, LEW. Yeah.
That's
They
cool.
rented one.
We rented Santa Maria.
You can do a lot of steaks on
I
it
think
if
that's
it's
gonna be an
not
amazing cook, Randy. You shouldn't be nervous about it,
Mhm.
man. Just hit record. Don't put too much thought into it, and
I
relax,
think
Yeah.
man. And do what you
Just
got to
do
do,
you,
man.
man.
Have you a couple of before you hit that record button? Be sure you have a couple of Kawamas in you. You'll be fine. You ain't gonna have cold
Mhm.
feet. You're gonna have cold beers, and
Yeah.
you'll be chilling, and you'll be all right, man. Just don't put a lot of thought into
Yeah.
it. And then just record all the stuff that you can, and then eventually just chop it up and put it together the way you want it.
I think Lance called you Louise.
Yeah.
He
Lance
put a
calls
few
me
of them
all
up
kinds
there.
of things. Lance calls me all kinds of things. Last time I think
Oh
he
yeah,
called me
they're doing the cook in the
poo-poo
plant.
face.
Oh yeah, you can't
Just don't
drink in
call
the
me
plant.
late for supper.
They doing it in the plant.
Santa Maria cooking is a lot of fun. I enjoyed the one I
Yeah, it
had.
is.
I've had two of them, both of them 60-inch from Lone Star Grills, and I sold that one to Mike because I don't foresee using it for a very long time, and I'm like, I'm gonna sell it while it's still in really good shape, So I did.
I got to start cooking more live fire with Weber kettles that I have. Uh, I'm ambassador for Bear Mountain, so they send me all this stuff. My pellets, all my fuel.
Yeah.
They started doing wood chips and wood chunks, and they're starting to send me a bunch of that stuff. So, I mean,
I
I've got it.
need another charcoal company, man.
I've got it
I
piling
used
up,
to
man,
work
and
with
I haven't
Fogo,
used it.
I've never had a pellet company reach out to me as far as hooking me up with that, but I was with Fogo for like 3 years, and I don't know, it just kind of ended. I haven't really reached out to them, and they haven't me. But
man, Bear Mountain's awesome, man. They take care, dude. They send me so many freaking pellets, man. Like I've got tons of pellets back here.
really,
and now I've got the wood chips and the wood chunks.
that's a
They're starting
big
to send me.
savings, man. When you
They're
can find
they're sending me these little packets called Smoke'ems for people that have gas grills that want that smoke flavor. And there's little packs, and I guess they're filled with like pellets in them or something. And you're supposed to put it like above one of the burners, and it starts smoking. And they're flavored as well. They're little cool little packets like this. Yeah, so it's pretty cool, man. So they send me all the fuel that I need. And Bear Mountain's got a fantastic lineup of pellets. Right now, they're actually running a special. If you buy a bag, you get the second bag half off. And I mean, they're really not that expensive anyway. But they've got like 14 different flavors. They've got them all.
Pretty good pellets.
Yeah, they're excellent pellets. They leave behind very little ash. They remind me very similar of the Rectech brand pellet. I don't know if anybody in the chat or if you guys have ever used those. Mike, you probably have, right? The Rectech pellet.
Yeah, I got some when I first bought my grill.
Like I did, like my 700 right now is loaded up with some apple pellets, and they remind me a lot of that. I don't know what it is, man. It just the scent, the flavor that they have, but they're excellent pellets, though. Yeah, like
I don't worry about the brand of pellet no more. I throw a log on for my smoke flavor, so I just burn whatever I can buy.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't worry about it too much until Derek bought some because they were super cheap. He bought some Cuisinart pellets. I didn't know they made pellets, but that was the brand of them. And these things are this long, man. You barely touch them; they break in half and stuff.
Wow.
And it was creating a problem with that LSG pellet smoker. I said, dude, dump all of them out. And I went and bought some decent pellets, and we ain't had no more issues. I'm like, that was my first experience of getting something that really didn't cooperate with the machine,
Yeah, the quality of the pellet definitely matters, you know.
Oh yeah.
Not
Yeah.
so much of the flavor, because most pellets are already like a 60-40 mix of the flavored wood and then the filler wood. But you're
Sure.
right, the quality of the pellet is, you know, if they fall apart and go to
Yeah,
shit, it
these
don't
were
burn good.
inferior. You could just look. I mean, seriously, some of them were like
Yeah.
almost 3 inches long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to
not
break
good.
them. It was jamming it up or something. They wouldn't go through. You know, it's
Yeah.
like
The
screw
biggest
These pellets, when you dump them in the hopper, and you'll see on my videos, every time I fill a new flavor of pellet into my hopper, I always cut them open from the very bottom, the
Yeah.
very bottom corner, so that when they start pouring out, people can see that there's not a lot of like, you know, dust, sawdust
Yeah.
coming out of there. It's straight up good pellet. Like here's one pellet that I've never used is the Pitballs brand, and I had a buddy that had some of those, and I remember like I was playing with him, and you could actually just kind of smash them like this, the ones that he had, and it was like, oh, dude, I wouldn't put that in my cooker. But
I don't know who makes it, but Jeff Rice, that's all he does pretty much is pellet grills
yeah,
reviews. But he poured the pellets and it looked like one of these kitty litter buckets, but
yeah,
it has a thing in the bottom. You pour the pellets in, all the dust goes
all the
below
dust came out of the
pellet.
bottom. I wonder what
Yeah,
brand of pellet he had that he did that with.
I don't know, but I said, man, I like to have one of them buckets just because all of them have a little bit of dust, you know.
Yeah, they do.
Clean all that
But
dust out
but
before it goes into your hopper, you know.
what I've noticed, the fresher the pellet, the less dust. The older the bag of
Yep.
pellets, the more dust you're gonna end up with.
Bottom of your pile there, when you get to the very bottom, all that settling, you'll
Yeah.
find those older ones are going to have a lot more dust than
Yeah,
what
yeah, for
you
sure.
know. That's just normal though.
Yeah. Yeah, but they have an excellent product. You guys, y'all really should give them a shot. Some
Oh
Bear
yeah,
Mountain pellets.
heck yeah.
I've been burning
I've
Kingsford
definitely
pellets
heard
when I've
of
been
them. I've
using.
just never used them. But we go to our local academy when I buy pellets, and we've just been getting B&B, and I've heard people dog B&B out, and I ain't had no problems with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
B&B's good.
yeah,
I used to buy them at HEB.
yeah,
And then the Bear Mountain thing kind of happened, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I was down with that. So
yeah. I just seen Lumberjack on there that Troy mentioned. That's what Jeff used for the longest.
Lumberjack's good.
They sent
I
him
used to
a
order
pallet
Lumberjack.
for those, but I'd love to have a hookup with somebody, but I want a good pellet too, you know. But
yeah,
I haven't
I've
reached
used
out to
Lumberjack.
nobody. I just, you know.
Yeah, I've used Lumberjack pellets before, but the problem with those that I have, like, if I want to use them, I have to order them online. Like, I can't go nowhere and buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
sell
I've
them
ever
at
seen them
Dick's
around
Sporting
here.
Goods.
Yeah,
Dick's
and
Sporting Goods?
and I did Google them one time, and there's a Dick's Sporting Goods, maybe like 20 minutes from my house.
They got them.
And when I got there, because it showed that they had a bunch of stock, and it was like, hey, where's your BBQ pellets? Because this place is huge. It's got like a whole outdoor other store attached to it.
Yeah.
And so I had to walk all the way to the other side just to find a little section where all the pellets were. And all it was just bags of returned pellets that were like half-ass taped up with like, masking tape, because I guess they were busted open during transit, during shipment. And it's just a bunch of, shit pellets that they had.
Yeah.
And they didn't even have the ones that I was looking for, because I was looking for the mesquite. No, not the mesquite. Not the oak. The hickory pellets, because I was doing a prime rib that Christmas, and I wanted to use those Lumberjack hickory pellets, but they didn't have any, so I ended up having to order them. And because I did that, they were pretty pricey because I had to order them, plus all the shipping and all that crap.
Yeah.
So,
I just seen
I've been
Troy's
using those
comment.
Kingsford 100% hickory pellets, and they're pretty damn good. I like them.
I just seen Troy's comment about certain brands are all made by the same people. I've heard that before, that there's only a couple of companies that actually make the pellets, and a lot of people just relabel those pellets to their own brand.
Yeah,
it's like
Lumberjack
I guess
is
just private
one of
label
the-
kind of.
Yeah.
Lumberjack is one of them companies. Actually, what's the name of that company that actually makes Lumberjack? Pellet Delight or something like that.
I've
No,
heard
those-
of
actually.
Yeah.
Those guys
Yeah,
are the ones that
they're-
make the B&B pellets, I think.
That's what it was. But
Yeah,
but
the July,
Lumberjack puts them out there to a lot, and they just rebrand them.
Yeah, that's all it is. And if you ain't careful, a lot of the rubs you get are
Same thing.
or rebranded. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many rubs out there. I mean, spices out there. You know, so many different combinations.
Yeah.
You know,
I done got to where I don't buy rubs no more. I make my own deadgum rub.
Yeah, I'm not a brand person when it comes to that, really. Other than
I have a ton of rubs up here.
I use a lot of PSCs because they send me a lot of stuff. Plus, I'm an affiliate and I make money with them. But they got really good stuff. But I'm not married to them. You'll see me do all kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of what I do. I've got deals with several rub companies, but I'm always using. You know, sometimes I'll make a video with something that I'm not even affiliated to. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I've all that shit back there. You know.
I like that smaller diameter he's talking about.
I done got to where freaking I just pretty much use nothing but salt, pepper, and season all salt. Pretty much all I use now, man. That's what I like using.
Derek was making his own rubs there for a while, man. We used the heck out of that stuff. It was good, you know, as good as anything I've had sent to me. I'm like, well, heck. But
you can make some awesome rubs.
Oh
man.
yeah. I made that rub for that Baltimore pit beef the other day because I kind of had to keep it true to what I knew about it. You know,
that was one hell of a cook, man. It was so crazy watching you do that. It looked like you were trying to cook a brisket steak style. There for a minute, you just kind of over the fire with that huge piece of meat.
That's about what it
takes. I was scrolling through YouTube, and I thought he was searing off a brisket. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Steakhouse and smell that. That's what it smelled like out there. I'm like, "Oh my god, that smells good." You're gonna have all these neighbors going crazy, dude, or I am.
Yeah, you know? And that's a real lean piece of meat too, right? That looked fantastic.
Very lean. That is a tough cut, but cooked like that and cut super.
Where did you find that? Where did you find that cut of meat like that?
I got that at a local Rouse's right here. Is bottom round. You can do a top round too. It's all part of the rear leg. You got your on the outside. The hip is your bottom round. The inside is your top round. The middle of it is your eye round.
Yeah. You know, that's one cut that I've never seen around here at HEB or anything like that. Mike, have you ever seen that cut like that, man? I've never seen that around here.
The round? Yeah, I can get that over here.
Oh, yeah.
I can go to the meat market up here.
It wasn't on their meat counter. I had to ask for it. I called them.
I got you.
They said, yeah, we got it. So she went around back, brought it out, and cryovac it real quick for me. So here you go.
Yeah, and I saw the price on it. The price wasn't that bad,
They cut that stuff up into smaller cuts. You got to ask for it.
Yeah.
And I saw the price on that label on your video, and I was like, man, that's like, I think it was like $54 or something like that. That wasn't bad.
$46. It was $3.99 a pound.
That was a huge piece of meat, man.
Yeah.
But then when you started slicing it real thin like that, I knew where you were going with it. I was like,
that makes a ton of
I didn't think that you were going to put it on the grill like that. I thought you were going to put it like on a cast iron. And
no, that was like the beauty of
style.
that video. It's like, because it's rare, man. It's still raw in the middle. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
The way he does that at Chaps is, it don't matter if you order rare, medium rare, whatever. You can get it to any way you want it. I like mine on the rare to medium rare, so I didn't leave it on there long. I just tossed it around a little bit.
Especially when it's thin, like that. When it's thin like that, it doesn't take long.
No. And the outer bands are going to be gray regardless of what you do. That's just an intense char that you get, you know. But, man, I had 2 of them earlier for supper. You know, we vacuumed. I sliced all that. And I left half of it with Derek, my son. I took the other half, and we got enough in the freezer, I know, for 20 sandwiches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you slice the entire roast like that?
I did.
And I guess, but then did you cook it all up, or did you package it away kind of raw?
I cooked it all up the way you seen it when I was slicing it. Now, it's up to him to bring it up to whatever temperature he wants, but I know him, he'll eat it right out of the pack. Reheat it. I did it in the sous vide at 130, so I brought it up to medium rare because I knew it's still a little raw in the middle, you know.
Yeah.
And I did it I talked about it earlier. I brought the sous vide bath up to 130, and I put the meat in right after I turned the circulator on. I let it go for 1 hour, and it was perfect. Good, nice, medium rare. It tasted just like it did the other day. You know.
Man, I bet that shit was good.
Dude, that looked like some damn good eating.
Oh, it is. It is. It's
here's
different.
something that I want to try right here. This Italian beef that Troy V's trying about is talking about. I've always wanted to try one of them. I bet that would be good.
I have debated to do that on my channel, but I don't know enough about it. But I know somebody that does, and that's my buddy Mike Nackby with Everyday Barbecue. He lives in Chicago for one thing. Plus he's Italian, and that's his favorite sandwich. He could school me on that one, but you know, it's not really in my wheelhouse. Cool. Yeah. I feel more comfortable with that Baltimore pit beef, even though I'm nowhere near Baltimore, but it's more my realm of things, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was excited. I just wish that video was doing better, but maybe it will at some point.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like some of the ones that you really think you're going to be like doing good don't really do that well.
Yeah, man.
My experience. I'm a small guy, right? I'm a small channel, but man, like I have a shitty fajita cook that I did, and that I have the most views on. It's like that's like my most watched video, and it's not that many compared to y'all's, right? But I'm like, what the hell? Like, really? Like they didn't enjoy this 7-bone prime rib that I did?
Yeah.
They want to watch this shitty little flippity flip fajita video. It's like, wow.
Oh, I know, man. Yeah. Years ago, the ones that you think going to do the worst does the best, and the ones you really hope does well, and you hope everybody tries don't do crap. You know, it's just that's the way it goes. Then you say, damn, you know, why? But
man.
I don't know, man. It's anybody's guess on how YouTube works. I've been doing this for a long time. I ain't got it figured out. Trust me, I ain't even close to having it figured out. It's constantly changing for one thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a ton of subscribers, man. You've got you're pushing 300,000.
Yeah, but it's not doing me no good right now because I got all these subs and I'm constantly getting them. But it's like, okay, why aren't y'all watching the videos? But
the videos that
the views are not reflecting the subs I'm getting or have at all, not even remotely close. You know, it's like, man, it's almost like YouTube's not letting them know I've had comments, people say, man, where you been? All of a sudden they get a notification or something. I got a video. So I've been right here. I've been posting every week. You know, I haven't went anywhere. And it's just like, I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Like how many videos do you think you have on your channel right now?
It's over 400, probably about 410, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think.
It's over. You're probably about 410, maybe.
We got Mr. Shifter on here. What's up, Mr. Randy?
He got another browser open. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's constantly changing. I can't keep up with the changes.
I recently started TikTok. I'm on Twitch now. Instagram. I do pretty decent on Instagram. I do pretty decent on all of them except for YouTube. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah. What's up, Randy?
I do pretty decent on all of them except for YouTube. I don't know what the deal is.
What's up, Randy?
What's up, guys?
I think you're echoing, Randy.
You got two browsers open, Randy? You got your YouTube open up too?
Let me turn this down.
You got two browsers open,
Randy? I think you might have to mute the YouTube one and keep your StreamYard one open.
Yeah, mute your YouTube and keep the StreamYard open, Randy.
Troy V's is actually right. YouTube's going to go by the wayside because they're letting TikTok intimidate them.
I'm wondering the source of the expense of the long forms lately. If you notice, most people view counts are down.
Mine are definitely down.
Yeah,
big
I
time
think
compared to what
you know.
I'm.
I think
That might have been down from the first of the year.
I think shorts have everything to do with that. I think people's attention spans have grown into this big.
Yep,
You know, who the
not
hell
even
really
that
sits?
big.
Guys, think about it. Like, who sits in front of a TV and watches a movie to completion? Who does that anymore?
I
Like, it's
do.
very rare that we do anymore.
Yeah.
It's so weird because now you've got the
Yeah.
power. You've got the power to watch anything you want at any time you want, wherever you are, in the palm of your hand.
Well,
And if it's like a 10 to 15-second video, people are gonna just rather watch that. And on top of that, they don't even finish watching that 10 or 15-second video. They're just they're swiping to the next one until they finish that one. It's crazy, man.
It's still feeding back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's feeding back.
I think you got your YouTube browser open while you got your StreamYard open. If you'll kill the YouTube and let the StreamYard stay up, it'll kill that.
Yeah. Let me let Christy figure this back. I'll be back. I'll be back. Let me let Christy figure this out. I'm a rookie.
It's all good, man.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
Attention span's very small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Jeff talked today on the phone about 3 hours. Jeff Rice with Dead Broke Barbecue, and I was saying the exact same thing. You know, when we were growing up, we had TV, and we had only a handful of things that we could watch during the week. And the other times we were out playing football, we were playing baseball,
So
we were playing whatever.
to hear
And I
them,
said,
turn
now,
the volume up
right
there,
at
turn the
kids'
volume down
fingertips,
here.
they've
Ah!
got- right at
She didn't
kids'
know she was on.
That's funny right there. I took a picture.
Yeah.
That's the reason I had my camera up.
Oh, you're on here now. We ain't editing that out.
But at any rate, entertainment 24/7 at their fingertips.
Oh, yeah.
And it ain't
Absolutely.
just kids, it's adults too. And there's so much out there now, it's just overflowing
Work.
with content to where nobody's really got a chance anymore. You know, I'm really believing that.
I think you're onto something, man. I think
Boy, that's a bad echo there.
Yeah, we got real bad echo now.
They got an extra browser open. They got
hold
the YouTube.
that thought.
ahead.
Let me get
Let me get
another
back.
cold beer.
So Guggen Barbecue here says, here's my opinion. I don't think longer YouTube videos are going anywhere. It depends on your target demographic. 30 to 65-year-old want to watch YouTube shorts or
I
TikTok.
don't think longer YouTube videos are going anywhere. It depends on your target demographics. 30. They're not going anywhere, but they're not doing what they used to do. I know it because I live it every day.
Yeah.
And
No, they're
why,
not.
I don't know. That I can't answer because what can you get out of a 10-second video? It's entertainment. Why are people so attracted to that? I just don't get it.
Are you on TikTok?
Better? Is this better?
Yeah, yes, much better.
A lot
What
better.
was it?
Yeah, way better.
What was it?
I think you had another window open, another
think
tab.
so. That's what it sounded like. You had your YouTube still running in the background. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're good. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. All
I had
good.
my phone. I had Christy's phone. The computer. Everything was open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, something.
Hey, so tell us about this big cook you got going on. Is that tomorrow? Randy? Hello?
That's Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. I'm still
What's up,
getting like a
Frederick?
delay. I'm still getting a delay even through my headphones.
Huh.
You might have to fast forward the chat a little bit.
That'll refresh it. Hit your refresh button.
Just hit the refresh.
Yeah, hit your refresh button because you're probably lagging behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's if you go onto TikTok, there's so many interesting like videos that are just there, and you know, As soon as they started, they're over, and then you just swipe up and watch the next one, and so on and so on and
Oh,
so
I
on.
hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And
Yeah, I don't like that
I
shit
never
either.
even looked at it until I went to Memphis in May, and I went up there with Brian Ducharme with Smokehouse Bayou, good friend of mine, and he's gotten real into making these TikTok videos because he never could really do much with YouTube.
Yeah.
And I loved his YouTube videos. He really didn't do it long enough to give it a fair shake, in my opinion. But so I put the app on my phone after we got back, and I started scrolling. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there looking at all these videos, and 2 hours went by. And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, man, I ain't going down this rabbit hole.
That's exactly what happens.
I'll post on there once a week, but I don't look at it at all. I
Yeah.
just won't do it. I don't look at it,
Dude, when I start watching TikTok videos, it's just like, boop, 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 boop. like you said, man, 2-3 hours pass. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. I think
really
what's
gotta do
going to happen if this don't change YouTube is if things get really bad as far as creators can't make the money they're used to or whatever, they're going to bail, and then they're going to be stuck all of a sudden without the long form content like they're used to. You can't even advertise on these shorts. I'm like, what are y'all thinking? Quit worrying about TikTok.
If it's an advertisement on the short, it's a short advertisement video itself, between one of the ones that you swiped up on.
They're fixing to make it to where you can do an ad in front of it, but you got to have 10 million views to even qualify.
Yeah, I heard something about
I'm like, what the heck?
And not only that, you have to have the 10 million views within 90 days, I think.
That's ridiculous. There's a few channels that can do it. I've already seen shorts that ran over 20 million.
I was thinking about putting on some little bitty booty shorts and mowing my lawn and getting those 10 million hits, man. I think I could do that. I think I could get it.
I hate
those videos are the ones that are making it.
They're forcing people to take other alternate routes for an income, I reckon. I don't know. I couldn't have picked the worst time to retire is all I know, because I say retired. I'm not retired. I left my job. I'm full-time YouTube, and, I'm not drawing my Social Security or none of that, but at the rate it's going, I ain't going to be able to hang on much longer. It's just.
Well, that's actually kind of shocking for me to hear because you're one of those big guys,
it don't matter, dude. If I don't get the views month to month, the money ain't there. It ain't like you got all these subs. Them subs don't pay a dime. It's the views, video after video, that pay the views. That's the ad revenue. Them little ads that they run through my videos, that's what pays me. And if people aren't watching, then I'm not getting paid, And it's just that simple. I don't know how plainer to put it. And so if I'm not getting the views, I'm not making the money. If I ain't making the money, then I got to do something else at some point.
Yeah. Damn, man.
Yeah. And the day I have to do that, I'm hanging it up. I'll be done with YouTube. I'll be done with it, regardless of a decade of my life invested in this. The day I have to resort back to something different, that's the day I'm done. They can self-destruct if they want to, but I won't be a part of it because they're making sure that don't happen. And it ain't just me. I'm just speaking for myself. There's a lot of creators. That's the reason Jeff Rice hasn't posted a video in 5 weeks. He's over it. He's over it.
I haven't seen much coming from him.
You'll see some stuff coming up, but he really just, at the moment, he can make money making videos for other channels. I'm going where the money's at. I can't make nothing off of YouTube anymore. I said, well, I hate to see you just destroy your channel because if you don't post on a regular basis, you're gone. It's hard to climb your way back up to where you were at. And that's the reason I'm just hanging on with everything I got, and I post every week. It's a damn shame. But there's a few creators out there. Chud's one of them. He's just skyrocketing.
Yeah, he's blowing up.
He's very
raking in the money.
popular, but believe it or not, there's a day coming he won't be popular anymore. Because somebody will take Chud's place. There's always these big channels that ain't going nowhere, but all these other people that's hung on and done well, man, it's getting where it's hard. It's getting very hard.
Yeah, some of the old school guys like T-Roy Cooks and Ballistic Barbecue and all them, they're not getting the views they used to get.
That's the guys I come up with right there.
That's like you mentioned T-Roy. Like, when's the last video that he did? Like months ago, I think.
Yeah,
I ain't seen one from
Troy's
him in a
not
while.
worried about it. Troy's never been into it for the money. It's never been about money with him. He was just having a good time, and I think he's just happy and content the way he's doing it. Do one if you want to. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. And I want to get back in that position really, to where as long as I was working, it wasn't a necessity that I had YouTube, but I made that decision almost a year ago. But yeah, I'd take Chud's place right now too. In a heartbeat. I actually used to be there, believe it or not. I'm talking from experience.
Yeah. No, I get it. Like,
yeah,
this is really good information to hear from somebody like you, who had, crested and peaked at one point, and
now
you're the man. I'm not saying that you go downhill or anything, but it's very interesting to hear that from somebody like you.
Well, that's another part of it right there. I've been around a long time, and I'm old news. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's that guy again. It's like a TV show that overruns its stay. People just quit watching. That's part of it too. That's what's happened to me and Greg and a lot of people.
I don't know, man. Well, the bigger channels need to understand this. If I were to say anything to all the big channels, it's like you got a lot of little channels out there like us that are trying to hopefully one day get to where you guys are now. You know what I mean? Right, Mike?
Yeah, most definitely. That's
and believe it or not, you can watch it happen over time. A lot of people that's starting up channels now in the last year, let's say, a lot of them channels will close down in the next year or so because they're tired of fighting against something that don't seem to be going nowhere. And then other channels will just all of a sudden rise, and it really depends on you, like Chud. Chud's very good at what he does. He's very knowledgeable. He definitely does his homework. And it's not like some guy just pretending like he knows what's going on. He really does. He knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Chud's sharp.
I've seen him make mistakes. I've made mistakes. We all make mistakes, but it's not enough to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And you can take what he says to the bank pretty much. So and he's very charismatic. He has a lot of charisma. People like him. So that's carrying him a long way, and it'll continue to carry him. He ain't nowhere. He ain't going to be washed up for quite some time,
No, he hadn't even peaked yet.
Do you think it's because he has other things going too, like his pit making and along with, the cooking videos that he does and he travels and he cooks with all these other channels?
I think he's got notoriety as a freaking Texas pit master at Leroy and Lewis and some of the other barbecue joints he's worked at, and then the culinary skills that he's got too,
Yeah, absolutely. If he was some guy that was still in New Hampshire trying to do a barbecue channel without all them credentials, he probably wouldn't have done near as well as what he's doing now. I'll say that. Doubt. But the fact that he's not bred and born in Texas, but he's accepted as Texas because he's all about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And therefore he's legit. And so yeah, honestly, it all that plays into it. There's a lot of things, but I've gotten an eye, man. I'll sit there and watch this guy. His channel started off as weeds and sardines, and I started watching that guy right from the get go. Like, damn, he's good, man. This guy's trained or something. I kept listening. find out he was. He's got a restaurant background. He's been to culinary school. He had good camera presence, and he's very good. This guy's killing it right now. He's way bigger than Chud, but that's Brian Lagerstrom. He changed his name, his channel name, from Weeds and Sardines to his actual name when he hit 100,000. Ooh, boy, that's a bold move, you know. And he did. He changed it to his actual name, and he's just killing it. I don't even know what he's up to now, but
I'm watching this new
1 million subscriber play button, and he's done it quick within like a couple of years. You know, it's taken me 10 years to get where I'm at, not 2 years. You know, so
how many like subscribers or do you think that it would take to where you can finally get to a point that where you can just not do any more videos and just make it, you know?
You'll never get that point, because if you don't feed the beast, it starts sliding off. People will forget you, and YouTube has a bad habit of, once a video gets a certain age, they don't promote it anymore.
They won't promote it.
And the only way you're going to find it is through a search. Like if you go on YouTube and search for a particular thing, it'll show up there. But most people don't do that. They go into YouTube, they click on it. I do that every day. I'll click the YouTube icon to where I can see what they're presenting in front of me. I'll look at my subscriptions to see who's posted, but then I'll go there and I'm sitting there looking. That's how I find new channels I've never heard of, because there's a video they're saying, hey, you might like this, or you might like this.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, and I'll click on it, you know.
Yeah.
But older videos, they get to where they don't actually feed them to people as much, because there's so much new content that comes in since then.
Do you think that there's a way? Do you think that there's a way that you could inject more life into those older videos that stop being put in that rotation? Like, for instance, going into that video and changing up the tagging and maybe the title, and saving it that way, and maybe pushing it out there again?
I've tried that on videos that I thought should have got more views, but wasn't really happy with it. And after it's just like died, and I noticed it ain't getting any views really, I'm not scared to go in there and change style, change thumbnail, do whatever. And sometimes it'll crank it back up a little bit, but if you don't get it out of the gate, most of the times it's not going. I say that I've had some videos that sit there for 3 months, and all of a sudden, one of them is my beginner series I did, Weber for Beginners. I did a year and 4 or 5 months ago. That video sit there and didn't do crap for 3 months, and all of a sudden I noticed a lot of activity on, a lot of comments, and man, that's been one of my top videos for the last year and a half almost.
Nice.
You know? And it just, all of a sudden it just started going up, and that's the possibility with any video. But here lately, man, I haven't got nothing to stick to the wall since last February. Yeah. It's been a while.
So we all cook, you know,
damn it, Cooper.
The same proteins in rotations, like how many different times and ways that you can do a brisket or a chicken, and you don't have to do it. But like for the beginner, for the novice that's out there who's actually searching YouTube with, hey, you know what, I think I'm going to try this. Let me search for brisket for beginners or something like that. Do you think those videos probably do a lot better than like if we were to just put content out there for, you know, beginners?
And the search. Matter of fact, that's exactly what prompted me to do that beginner series that I did back a year and 4 or 5, maybe a year and a half ago. And it was every pit I owned, I covered. I did it on the video. I did beginners for Kamado cookers, beginners for Weber kettle or kettle grills, beginner for drum smokers, live fire cooking. That was the very first one. I did one on the offset. I think there was I did one on pellet grills, but Jeff Rice did that video for me. I introduced him, and he sent me that video through WeTransfer. I put it on my channel, and that video didn't do nothing at first, but it's gotten quite a few views since then. You know, it took a little while, but that Weber kettle and the Kamado has done pretty well for me out of that entire series. Out of 6 videos, 2 of them was well worth it, you know. But Weber being the best because it's continuing to get views, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with them. I can't get nothing to do that anymore. It's just, it ain't me. I'm doing the same thing I've always done. It's just things are changing. Things are
It's just
changing.
it's just the world is right now. Everything's just crazy.
That stuffed brisket took off like a rocket for like a week, and then it died. I was actually expecting some pretty good results out of that. That video still hadn't got over 20,000, which is nothing.
How did Smoking Joe's non-trim brisket video take off like it did, man? I was surprised about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that baffled
Nothing
me.
before or nothing that since has done that. That raises question marks, but hey, that's
It's
just
like
me.
somebody who don't know how to cook brisket can just throw a brisket on and do their thing, you know.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna go there, man. I'm not gonna touch it. Let me just leave it at that.
No, I respect
YouTube puts out there what they want to put out there. That's pretty much it.
Well, it ain't always YouTube. I will say that.
I hope one day maybe I can throw a little bullshit video out there and I'll start getting some subscribers like you guys.
The only video I've ever had that really took off with those kind of numbers, and be honest with you, that was way long time ago. I knew about analytics and how to look at them, but I didn't really understand them. So I never looked. I looked at my views. I looked at my subs. I could see that on my channel page. I didn't go in there. I never looked at it. But all of a sudden, I noticed this one video was starting to take off. And I think in 3 months, it got 1 million views. And that was, to this day, the highest ranking video I got. It's a prime rib that I did on one of my Kamado Joes, my first one, Kamado Joe Classic. And I'm showing a foolproof method for prime rib. And I nailed it when I did it because I did it late September. It was almost October that year, right before for the holidays. And I mentioned the holidays in it and all this. And then that thing didn't slow down to hit 2 million, but it took another year to get up to 2 million. So my point is, unless you're a channel that's really big, way up there, that gets millions of views all the time, like Joshua Wiseman, let's say.
Like Guga?
That's our Guga.
Guga can put anything on there.
When you see select videos go crazy like that, but not the ones before or after, you got to question that. You know, I do.
Do your impression.
Okay, guys. So today I got this mystery meat. It's this long, and we're going to cook it in butter.
But
that's something to cook a goat cock and it'll go berserk, man. It's crazy.
I don't know. My Walmart Tomahawk video, 164,000, got so many views, but it did. Oh yeah, it's not uncommon to get every channel. If you do this long enough, are going to have some videos that hit. You know, that do very well. I don't care who you are. If you do everything just right. And you don't even know that it's going to happen. When it happens, it just freaking happens. All of a sudden, that sucker goes what I call viral. It's not the true definition of viral, but it's viral for your channel, you know, because you're used to picking up maybe 1,000, 2,000 views, and all of a sudden you get something like he just said 162,000. You know, it's like, dang, you know, where'd that come from? And I've got a bunch of videos that or 500,000, 800,000, 900,000, 1 million. You know, I mean, that's yesteryear's numbers. I don't get them numbers no more. You know, I just don't. I can't get nothing to do it. It's just I try and I try.
Man, I was thinking about playing around and using some really hot chicks on one of my thumbnails to see what it would do to my video watch. You know,
maybe
use some really hot chicks.
Yeah,
you think so?
But there's a lot of competition on YouTube also now. There's a lot of reasons, man. Who knows? I don't know. But one thing,
there's got to be a hack out there that somebody is sitting on and they just will not share. I want to find this hack. You know,
Yeah. But
I
wish
gotta find out.
YouTube
I gotta find this out.
I wish YouTube would have never started this push on short. So I really do. But it's their platform, bottom line. They could end it
Yeah.
all tomorrow. If they
Yeah.
wanted to, they can pull the plug. You know, I mean, there's worse things going on in this country than this. I promise you that. Things
Oh,
that
yeah.
everybody needs to be aware of, you know, with all these threats of nuclear this and that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, real deal situations that could end it all for everybody tomorrow. So I'm just
Yeah.
saying but I'm frustrated over it because this is my livelihood, you know. I'm just venting here a little bit, but you know, whatever.
I respect
Good to get
Russ
it out,
'cause
man.
he's been in the game forever, and he's got
Yeah, it's a little disheartening, you know. And trust me, I'm not by myself. I've got a circle of friends that we're all connected to the same text, and we text daily, other YouTubers, and we're all in this circle. When one gets it, we all get it, and we're all venting everything. It's not YouTube related all the time. Matter of fact, very seldom is. Most of it is all the crazy crap going on in the world with, you know, and that sort of thing. And I try not to read a lot of that because I don't want it too much of that. It's unhealthy. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I try to
No
live
doubt
my
it is.
life and everything the best I can and not get too wrapped up in all that political crap, you know.
Well, Mike has what? How many videos you have, Mike? Like 90 something.
Shit, close to 100. I have to
Close
look.
to
Let me see
100.
real
Trumpet. I mean, shit, Lewis. How many do you have?
I don't know, man. I think maybe
You have a lot, and I know
I
Russ
have no
has
idea.
a lot.
Well,
I
I
have
really
yet to
don't
drop
have
a
that many.
video.
I really don't
quick. Got
have
99 videos.
I wouldn't, you know, for doing this as long as I have, but I've never posted really. I did this week. I posted that sausage video because it went on Two Guys in a Cooler. Said might as well release it to my channel. Now I'm regretting it because that thing ain't even hit 1,000 views yet in like 6 hours. I'm like, holy crap!
So how did that work out?
I
Did
usually
Eric
get
invite you over
1,000
there?
views in the first hour and a half, easy. You know,
Yeah.
it's that sort of thing that's just like, what the heck? Nobody's interested in alligator sausage, I don't reckon, but
I'm interested.
but you know, it's just like, man.
Yeah, that was awesome sausage that you did, man.
The only reason I did that is because the one I was hoping to do good, the Baltimore pit beef, it's not doing bad. It's just not doing what I wanted to do. So I said, okay, throw another video out there, get a few more, 2 or 3, 4,000 views on top of that for the week. I'll make 10,000 views for the week, money wise. You know, that's my logic.
Yeah.
And but I don't know if that's going to pan out or not. You know, we'll see. Today's only Thursday, but
Honestly, you guys, I just wanna I'm gonna make videos because I'm gonna tell you, like back in the day when I was in my 20s and everything, we followed a lot of local Houston bands, and like we were in the music scene, and the underground music scene, and I really like this, I ain't gonna say like to diss anything, but like the small barbecue channels, man, I get down with y'all. That's why I always comment, I always subscribe.
You like the community. You like the BBQ community.
Man, this is like me reliving my 20s again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you're the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And the only problem is there's so far and few in between anymore. You know.
I feel like me starting a channel is almost like having a small, like a garage band. Like I just want to put my videos out there.
Yeah. And do it for the fun of it. That's how I started. When I started, I had no idea you could make money with YouTube. I didn't. I was 6 months into it, and I kept getting these things from YouTube like monetize your channel, monetize. I said, what the hell? I think I had to Google what monetize meant. I mean, seriously, I was that ignorant to it. I'm like, oh, you can make money with this. Well, that's cool. So I signed up for the partnership thing. And back in them days, you didn't have to meet quotas. You didn't have to get 1,000 subs and X amount. You're just in. You got approved and you start making money, Well,
that would have been cool to know.
You did have to have $100 threshold. You had to make at least $100 before they would actually pay you.
I mean,
You know,
I have a full-time job. I make a living from my work, but you
yeah, I
know,
always have too. All these
this is
years
just
I've had a
something
full-time job.
extracurricular activities. You know, like me and
Yeah,
Christy, we
Yeah.
have saltwater aquariums. We barbecue. You know, we fish all the time. So this is just
Yeah.
another hobby. But
yeah,
you
that's
know,
the
when I
best way
do
to approach
something, I
it.
tend to overdo it all the time. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Me
That's
know,
kind
too.
of the way my videos started. It's just I just started documenting what we were having for dinner that night. That's what my videos are. You know, it's never something that I'm going out of my way to do just to make a special video. It's just it happens to be what we're having for dinner that night is what my videos are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I started making YouTube videos just because I seen so much stuff out there, and some channels weren't showing everything that they were doing to get to where they were at. So I figured I'd be the channel to start making long videos and just show
Yeah.
you everything. That's why I
yeah,
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
kind of
don't
the
know
same
if you
way.
heard it earlier, Mike, but I was praising you because I've watched your live feeds and your videos and everything. You know, you got a head full of knowledge. You know what's going on. You know, you really
Mhm.
do know this art of barbecue, and that goes a long way. People will see that, that you
Yeah,
know what
thank
the
you.
heck you're talking about. And
Yeah,
Mike,
I've
Mike,
been before I
you
started.
should change your channel name to the Masked Texan.
I
Lance
really
just
couldn't think of
commented.
a name, and I already had a Mike Brown barbecue channel. I mean, I had Mike Brown, so I just
Masked,
put barbecue on the end of it.
Masked Texan.
Yeah,
That's
Lance
awesome.
just commented that I should put a fishing trip in the lineup. And hey, I'm good. Yo, what do you ever want to do? Y'all want to go fishing? Shit, I got access to
now,
boats right here on Trinity Bay. I mean, we
Go
could do a
catch some
blasting
redfish, man.
cast. We can do a cook video. I got
Those
access to
actually,
all that.
Man, I'll tell you one thing that
My
I've
boat's
always
sitting
wanted to
right here
do.
behind me, but I got like 3 boats.
One thing I've always wanted to do is go catch one of them gators, man. I've been wanting to catch and fish and go
What,
kill
like
and
a
catch one
gar?
of them gators, like on one of those fan boats, you know?
oh yeah, the
That'd be
airboat.
dope.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
gotta
You
get a
don't even need a
gar.
fan boat. You just need an aluminum boat, spotlight, and a baseball bat. You
That
spotlight them,
yeah.
get up on them, and knock them
Mike
in the head, and
knows.
drag them to
Mike
the boat,
knows.
and
I
take
tell
them
you
up.
what, I tell you who got very popular on YouTube from catch clean cook videos is deer meat for dinner. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Deer meat for dinner.
I've never seen
I've never
him.
heard of him before.
Oh
I
man,
never
he's
have either.
huge. He's right up there with Guga. But I remember him when he was actually the same size channel as I was at that time, which is a lot smaller than what I am now as far as subs. He had like 120,000 subs, and he just kept doing these videos, and he was doing them up in the tree stand, shooting wild hogs, shooting deer, and then YouTube used to allow you to show the full field dressing of the deer. I mean, it was blood,
Yeah.
guts, and glory. Now they demonetize you if you show that stuff, But
Yeah.
back
And
them days it didn't. That's what put him on the map, and now he's just huge. But his channel name is Deer Meat for Dinner. His name is Rob Arrington. I know there's somebody in the chat that knows who I'm talking about.
one
But
of these days, I'm gonna call out that crawfish sucker, old stale cracker. I believe that I got him beat all the way around. I
oh
got a
man,
blasting cast. I got the coon ass cooking.
dang right. I've had people on my Facebook page, Smoky Ribs. Yeah, you're a stale cracker wannabe. I'm like, dude, I've been around a whole lot longer. Stale cracker. He's
Yeah.
only been on social media for a few years.
Yeah.
I'm
If
like,
I gotta put on a
give me
wig, I'll
break.
put on a wig. Come on, let's go. Let's get it.
I didn't even know who he was till I had to Google it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
You talk about that Cajun dude that cooks everything in a big old
with the
pot
long blonde
and
hair with
ore.
the belt around it with all
And
the
he's got that
beers.
freaking ore that he
Let's
mixes
get
in
it,
there.
dude.
Yeah,
Let's get it, dude.
Holy
Yeah,
crap,
shut that
man.
shit up.
He knows what he's
He's
doing.
funny.
I've watched the videos. He knows what he's doing, but he's throwing
Yeah.
all this entertainment in with it. That's why he's
Yeah.
popular. It all comes down, people want to be entertained, I'm not an entertainer. I'm a teacher. I'm an instructor if you want me to be, but I'm anything but an entertainer, and I
Well,
guess
supposedly his next door neighbor was Justin Wilson, so he's supposed to know what he's talking about. We'll see.
yeah, he knows what he's talking about. There ain't no doubt. I've said that.
Yeah,
I watched
he
the videos. He knows exactly what he's doing, but he throws all that pizzazz in there. That's why he's so
if you
popular.
think about
is
it,
what I'm saying. That's why he's so popular. It's
If you think
entertaining.
about it, he's pretty smart. He knows what sells, so that's
Yes,
probably why he's acting the
absolutely.
way
Oh
that he
yeah, I'm
acts,
pretty
man.
sure
Because
he's
he knows
making
he can
Yeah,
get
for sure.
millions.
fired.
He's got his rubs in all kind of places, and I mean, he's no dummy. I don't care how
Yeah,
he
he,
comes
he
off on
presents
camera.
himself
He's
as over the
smart.
top,
He's
over the
very
top.
smart.
You know.
He's got a whole network of people with him. I guarantee you that. You know.
That's what people like over the top these day
Shit,
and
I could
age.
swing a damn paddle and break a damn pot lid. I don't care. If that's what gets me money. I just backtracked. I'm not even after this about money. I mean, I'm after this about just having the camaraderie of y'all, the community. But
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
funny accent.
Yeah.
If
I've
you want.
watched him, man. He's funny. He kind of reminds me. I used to do videos with a Cajun out of Madisonville, Louisiana, Keith Jenkins with Frogbone, older videos, and he kind of reminds me of him because Louisiana guys with that accent and everything, you know. And but trust me, he's a lot more popular and bigger than my buddy I'm talking about. You know,
Yeah.
that I used to shoot videos.
But he does corner the market on them TikToks and that Facebook.
Oh, he's got it all
yeah,
wrapped
he's
up,
got it
man.
all
He's
wrapped
got it
up.
whipped
So,
down,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah, he does. He's smart. But my point was, it's mainly because he's very entertaining. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
I'll say that in a heartbeat. But what's selling? If he was just some guy like Justin Wilson, all right, we're gonna take this. He wouldn't have done near what he's doing now. It's that personality is what's got him there. Is what I'm trying to say. You know.
yeah. I
Kind
don't
of like
know.
Chud. Chud's got the personality. He's got
Yep.
great showmanship. Plus, he knows
sure
what he's
does.
doing. So it's a good combination of all of it to where it's paying off. He's going straight up.
Right,
You know.
right. I mean, besides Still Cracker, you got like the guys like what is his name, Cowboy Kent Rollins or whatever.
Oh,
I watch them.
Yeah.
They're entertaining
I've
as hell.
watched him. Yeah.
But like I
Yeah,
said,
he's an old man. Sometimes I get thinking maybe it's my age. I'm like, but he makes people laugh. That little dance at the end, and he's fun to watch. He's just fun to watch, but he knows what he's doing too.
He cooks pretty
Another good
too.
example, you know.
He's got pretty good cooks out there too that he does.
I just
Simple,
feel like
good
if I had a camera pointed at me every time I cooked, I might be on that same level.
Well, even Sam, the cooking guy, I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing too. And plus, he's fun to listen to. He just got a personality, a lot of charisma, and that goes a long way, man. I don't,
He's
if you got that,
but he's big time. He's big time production though. He's got.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Big time production.
Well, he used to do a TV show there in San Diego years before YouTube. So he was already kind of known. He was already like a celebrity in that area.
Yeah.
He's been on Food Network a lot too.
Yeah. So, but I'll watch all them guys. I'll watch them because they're big channels, and I just try to see what I can pick up and what makes them so successful. And that's my take from it. Is personality has a whole lot to do with it,
No doubt it does.
So Russ, that brings up a question. Big channels like yourself, do you find yourselves searching for channels that are pretty much at your level or bigger, or do y'all actually take time to watch small channels sometimes?
I watch small channels all the time, man. That's the reason I'm here on this live feed.
No
offense, Mike, but y'all are my kind of people.
Dude.
I mean, I'm nobody. I live in a little small house here
I appreciate that,
Mississippi, and YouTube is out there in Cyberland. You know what I'm saying? It's all a big. It's nothing to it.
It's a big facade.
Yeah, it's not real. I mean, it's real, but it ain't real.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I would like to, like I said, I mean, I feel like this is like back in the day when we had small bands going on and like the local Houston music scene and local music scene period between Austin and San Antonio and Dallas and everything. Dude, I would love it if all of us could eventually one day do collabs with each other. And I'm speaking out of context now because, I haven't even made a video. Y'all don't even know if I know how to cook or not, but I mean, one day I would like to go visit Mike and one day come over here, my backyard. That would
Heck
be
yeah.
an awesome thing because
Well, I told people, and Mike has been in 2 of my videos. I don't do collabs like, hey, if you put a video out doing the same thing I'm doing, we'll share links. That don't work. I used to do
Yeah.
that back in the early days. That just don't work, and I'm never no part of that. But if you come to my house or if I come to yours, we'll shoot a video. It's kind of like Jeff Rice coming down here. Mike lives right there in Mobile, which is only an hour from here. So it's very doable. There's been other channels, that's came here to my place, or I went there and met them somewhere. We do videos. To me, that's a real collab.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
Yeah, I
doubt.
like those the crawfish bowl video that you did with Ricer when he came down
Oh man, that
to
was so
your
much
place and y'all
fun.
did that crawfish bowl.
Yeah, we did
That looked
3
like a lot of fun.
videos while he was down here. We did the crawfish bowl, we did a shrimp bowl, then we did that fire management video
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
off-pit
Where he
smoker.
was doing all the work.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one.
well, that's why I
Yeah.
appreciate you so much, Russ, is because you are like upper status, and you're still over here bullshitting with us. You know what I mean? And giving me tips for one.
I'll give you any tips you want, man. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to me.
Thank you,
Ever.
sir. Thank you,
I
sir.
think we're friends on Facebook, so you know how to message me. I'll
Oh
give you
yeah,
my
for
phone number.
sure.
Not on here, I won't, but I'll definitely give you my phone number. You can text, call, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, but I'm just saying, like, I really do appreciate, like, I look at Mike, I look at Trumpet, I look at Triple B, everybody, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of starting from the bottom and moving my way up, but I'm trying to,
We all start at the bottom, man,
Yep.
with nothing. I started
Yeah.
with
You got
0
to start somewhere.
subscribers. Everything you do is
hopefully my first video isn't a fail video with these 85 steaks and I'm fixing to cook for these guys, but
Oh, you're
um,
gonna smoke that down, dude. You'll
yeah,
be good.
Oh yeah, man. Just
Uncle
hot and
Steve sent
fast
me.
grilling. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
Uncle Steve
man.
sent me all the rubs I need. He actually sent me a flag, so I'm gonna fly that in the background. And like I said, Sunday, Christy set up this thing with Al from Eat More Vegans, and we're gonna go do a luncheon with him. So, meet a lot of like YouTube people.
that's cool.
Diving in this shit head first, man.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. And it's like I was saying earlier, when you first start off, nobody knows about you. So it takes a lot of patience and work to get to where you're actually getting people to watch your videos. And so your first video, don't expect a lot unless people that in this community start sharing your video, and that's going to help you right there. If
Right.
people share it, but that's just something that comes in time, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Mike knows, I mean, you can do the best. That's why Jeff's so disgruntled. This guy's a great editor. He's taught me so much
Yeah,
about the editing program that I use. And he gets so frustrated when he does all this work. And I mean, he'll spend 2 full days editing a video and getting it perfect with audio, sound, multiple cameras that he spent thousands of dollars on, only to get a handful of views.
Yeah.
That just
Not
sucks.
to mention all the space that those full blown 1080p videos that or 4K videos that he's shooting. That
Yeah.
takes up a lot of his space. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember
He's the
talking
one
to
that
him
got
about
me
that.
into 4K. I wasn't doing 4K until I met Jeff Rice, and I've been shooting 4K for about over a year now. But he has taught me so much, and I had been doing this for years and years and years, and had all this growth without the stuff that he's taught me. But my editing software, he's speeded me up big time, just teaching me things that I knew about, but I never wanted to take the time to learn it. It's like, I'm good. I know enough to where I can make it happen, and I did, but I did it my own way. But man, he's really made me stop and think about things,
I got Christy V. I got Christy V on my team, so
There you go, man.
and
There
that
you go.
that intro that Triple B showed you earlier, that was actually done by Paul. Paul is on our Facebook page, and he works for some big news station right there in New York, and And he did that on his own. He sent me. He said, "Man, don't worry about editing. Don't worry about nothing. Just let me know what you need." And he created that. So
Wow. Yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
that's the thing I like about Chud and some other creators, and including that Brian Lagerstrom I talked about earlier. Before they ever really did their first video, they did their homework and had their editing down. You know, that style that Chud does, which I don't know how he does that to the precision that he does. I mean, I do and I don't. You know, it's just like
he shortens those clips like almost.
Oh yeah, he
on
does
top
a
of each
lot
other.
of jump cuts.
like
So like
seamless,
so
like
when he's chopping,
seamlessly.
I've tried to do it, and it's freaking hard. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
it's
when he's
hard,
chopping, it's like.
but that's what he's used to. Everybody's got their own editing style, and
still not sure about that.
but at any rate, he had all that figured out
Was that my
before
phone?
he ever released the first video. And I wish I would have thought to done that when I started. When I started, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. You can go back to the early videos and you'll know.
Well, I'm in the same boat, Russ. I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. I'm just gonna jump
I
in
leave them up
there,
there.
push record, and see what happens.
I leave them old videos up there for two reasons: to see how much I've aged in 10 years.
Yeah.
Also, to see how crap it was then and where it's at now. It's like daylight and dark. The editing I did then compared to now. But
if you go to my channel, it's just crap that I built, and it's just a bunch of stuff that I built.
Yeah,
little motorcycles and shit. I mean, I thought that was cool at the time, so I put it on there. But you can see that shit was 9 years ago.
Oh yeah. What channel is that? What is it?
It's Randy Shifter. It's just,
Are you going to start a new channel, or are you going to put them on that?
I'm thinking I'm just going to roll with what I got and just start actually building my barbecue pit community, because everybody, all y'all kind of know me as Randy Shifter. So
I'll be honest with you. I wish I would have named my name a long time ago instead of Smoky Ribs Barbecue. I look back and I'm like, what a lame name, man. But I'm so deep into it, I could never change it at this
Well,
point.
that's kind of like my name has nothing to do with BBQ.
Trumpet Master.
But shit, we all know Trumpet Master, though. I mean, how can you deny?
Exactly. So like, So
shit, mine's lame as fuck too.
Not really.
Background barbecue.
Mine, but I'm like, I've thought about changing mine several times. But I'm like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna let it ride. I just on my logo, I made sure that it had BBQ in it.
Okay, Frederick.
Well, that's ultimately like my whole thing, like my logo that Lance is building me with his embroidery channel and everything. The RXTX, that's the reason why I signed my name like that, because I'm in the inspection world. So if you write RTOK on something, they're gonna automatically assume that that's radiographic testing okay. So I got into a big
or
fucking
X-ray.
Exactly. I got into a big thing one time. Is I shipped like 7 pallets of stuff out because it said RTOK on it. So I started writing RXTX, and that kind of evolved into the RX being the prescription Texas barbecue. So
that's what I kind of took it as, prescription Texas BBQ.
Prescription Texas barbecue. But do I change my YouTube name into Prescription Texas and nobody knows who the hell Randy Shifter is? Or
I wish the heck I could.
I know what you mean, man. Because I'm kind of in that same boat. Me personally, I'm just leaving mine the way it is. I'm just whatever, what happens.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna have to copy and paste this link because I'm in StreamYard. I'm gonna go over here and sub to you, Randy, because I know you're getting ready to start content.
Yeah, I don't have very many subscribers right now, Russ. I ain't gonna lie. My real name is Randy Tankersley, not Randy Shifter.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: if you
RXTX is where that came
go
from.
into your channel to see if I'm sub to you. All right, Randy Shifter, I found it. 52 subs. All right, I'm subscribed. Now, if you go to see if I'm subscribed, you're not going to see it because I got all my subs private. If you're set to private, you'll never know I'm subscribed. I've been doing that for years.
That blank page where it says channels and it's blank.
Some
people
blank.
have like
that don't mean people aren't
everything.
subscribed to you. It's just telling you you'll never know. you know.
Hey, I
I
appreciate
sub to
that,
a
Russ.
lot of channels, man. But you know, I do, and but I have all that private. I have my there used to be a way. I guess you can still do it on YouTube. People can actually see your search history and see what you watch. I turned all that off because I do a lot of research on videos, and a lot of that relies on YouTube, learning from people that really know what the hell's kind of like this Baltimore pit beef. I got it from Triple D, but it involved a lot of research to make sure I nailed that video. I lived in Mississippi, not Baltimore, you know.
Yeah.
So it took looking through a lot of content before I did that video. And I don't want everybody seeing how I look for all that stuff. So I got it all set to private, you know, every bit of
Dang,
it.
I ain't never thought about that. I need to look into that.
Yeah, you can set it to private.
Y'all can look at who I sub to, man. I mean, it's pretty much
Well,
all barbecue channels.
Well, I didn't know they can look at your search history though. That's a little
They can
alarming.
look to see what you watched. That was public until I turned it private.
I do sub to like Cletus McFarland just because I like cars and stuff like that. Some of the bigger YouTube guys, but
yeah. If I was just a viewer, just watching, I could care less. But like I said, I do this, so I want all that to remain private where I get things. Matter of fact, I really didn't mention it in this video, but that Baltimore pit beef, I'll tell you how sneaky I am with this reverse engineering. The tiger sauce that goes on their deal. Man, I Googled all kind of recipes. It gets this, it gets this, it gets this. None of that was true. If you go to Chaps website, I'm talking about the actual Chaps, and click buy now, that takes you to their store. Well, they ship through Gold Belly. Do y'all know who Gold Belly is? They ship.
Yeah.
All right, they ship for a lot of famous places like that. Well, they have to list the ingredients, and it says tiger sauce. It's two things: mayonnaise and horseradish. It don't tell you how much. Now it does have a breakdown of the horseradish. It's horseradish, vinegar, salt. It tells you that, but it's mayonnaise and horseradish. But it don't tell you how much of each. I said, well, that's a no-brainer. You do it to your own personal taste. As far as I'm concerned, if you got too much horseradish, you're gonna know it. If you ain't got enough, you're gonna know it. So I kept adding it, and we kept tasting it. I'm like, yep, that's perfect. And that's it. That's all it is: mayonnaise and horseradish. So I put it in a caption: tiger sauce, mayonnaise, and I didn't say it. I meant to say it, and I never did. So, but at any rate,
I'm fixing to do something I learned from Russ tonight. I'm gonna text Christy and see if she'll bring me a beer outside.
Hey, my old lady brought me a cooler out here with beer in it with ice, so I don't have to get up and go get them no more.
I got a whole bunch of beer over here to my thing, but I was just in the mood for a mixed drink earlier, so I drank two. I'm said, all right, that's enough. I'm gonna get back to the beer.
Russ taught me something new today. You could do that.
I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Yeah, I never know what her reaction is going to be. It's either going to be no or hell no or make it yourself, or her reaction was, ugh.
She ran from the camera. She don't like to be on film.
Yeah, she likes making drinks, so that's what she does. So no big deal.
Christy ran away.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What's your plans? What's your plans, Mr. Lewis? What's your next video going to be? When this. What do we look forward to, if you want to say?
Well, I think I don't know exactly. Like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I know I'm cooking something. I think it's going to be chicken. I don't know, but we'll see. I might just go to HEB in the morning and decide to go pick something up to do. A lot of times that's what I do. A lot of my cooks do that. The morning of, like Saturday morning, I wake up early, go to the grocery store, and find what I want to do, and then, well, hey, that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah. Well, like, I haven't done that for a while. I'm just going to go ahead and do some of that. But we'll see.
Been there, done that. Sometimes I just draw a total blank. Like, golly, man, what am I going to do that I hadn't already done?
Yeah.
And then sometimes this last minute just in a store, like you said, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
do that, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
Christy cooks.
I'll do the same thing. I'll be in the store looking at the meat, brainstorming, and then it hit me what I want to do with it. I don't never have
Yeah.
a plan.
Yeah.
Christy cooks a lot of the times during the night, but on the weekends, if I have weekends off, I try to barbecue. But tonight she made pork chops and she put that lucky shake on it, Uncle Steve's, and very very good. And like I said, I got them 85 steaks I'm cooking for these guys from the Dow Deer Park plant, and Uncle Steve actually sent me like 4 big old bottles of Lucky Shake, some barbecue sauce, and I like to joke around the plant and say we got corporate sponsorship now. He sent me a flag, so y'all can look forward to that in the video. You know, I'm gonna try
That's
to go
awesome.
up there.
Heck yeah.
Hell
Kill
yeah.
it, man. You're gonna kill it. That'd be awesome. I'll be
I
ready to
hope so.
watch that, man. So get it done.
When are you
Yep, when it
planning
hits,
on
I wanna
doing
watch
your
it.
first video? How soon?
Yeah, well, Tuesday we rented it's a 6-foot by 36-inch. It's like a Santa Maria style
the
grill
Santa
we
Maria.
rented.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to cook for the scaffold builders, for the Dow guys, for our welders, all these. So altogether, it's going to be like 85 steaks, and
Wow.
they've nominated me to do it. So, like I said, I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
finally put that Sony to work, and try to
There
see
you
what
go.
happens.
That's jumping in head first, man.
Hey, it really is. It really is. It's a
Make her
first.
swim.
Yeah,
It'll be
you
the
got it,
first
man.
time
You got this.
yeah. And then I get to bring the video home and let Christy edit it, and so it ain't a 4 hour long video.
You got you some separate audio from that, or how are you
Yes,
doing?
sir. Actually, Mike Triple B told me to buy those Hollyland. They're like lapel camera, or what do you call it?
Yeah. That's I don't use that brand, but I use something just like it. I use the Rode Wireless 2 mics. Same thing.
Mike told me to buy those cameras because he said they work really well as far as like wind and all that crap, and we're gonna be dealing with all that stuff at the plant.
Sony's a good camera.
Lavalier microphones.
Lavalier, yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah, those work good.
Yeah,
Having good quality audio will save you some editing headaches for sure.
Well, that and people will hang around longer too if you got decent audio.
Yeah,
You can have not
I've
so
noticed
good video, but audio that kills it for people right there.
Mm-hmm. I got one of my little minions, one of my little Mexican helpers is going to be there, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, bro, I don't need you to do nothing Tuesday except film me."
That's right.
Oh, nice. Make sure he takes the cap off. Make sure he takes the cap off the lens, man.
Anyway.
Make sure he turns record on your audio and your
take
camera.
the cap off the lens when he's recording.
I don't have a tripod yet, but you know what? I got a Josue Lazo.
There you go.
I am guilty about not turning on the damn microphone sometimes, and I got to go back and voice that clip over. I've done it to myself so many freaking times.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I think you did have a video out there that was just like you could hear you, and it was like, and it was a
yeah.
But you went back and fixed it though. You went back and fixed it.
That was that brisket video.
Yeah, it was one of them.
Well, I uploaded it and I didn't listen to it after I uploaded. Well, I got a Power Director Pro 20, so I rendered the video out, produced it, and then I didn't go back and listen to it, and I just uploaded it. But then when I went back and listened to it on YouTube, I was like, I screwed that up. So I went back in there, fixed it, and then re-uploaded it.
No,
damn it.
Well, look, when I do post this video, guys, don't pull no punches. Let me know, man. Let me know what I need to change, what I need to do, what I did wrong. Because like I said, this is my first one, but I wanna be in the clique. I want to be.
Yeah. No, man, you got this, man. Like I said, if there's anything I can offer you is don't put a lot of thought into it, and don't feel intimidated. Just do what you do, man. You be fun.
Some people are just natural in front of a camera too, and you might be one of them, man. You don't really know until you start doing it.
I don't feel natural. Trust me. This is this is hard for me to be in front of a camera. I'm usually the guy that's not wanting to be in the family pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's something I had to fight with, and I still do somewhat, man. Even after all these years, but I tell you, somebody that's just a freaking natural, Brian Ducharme, my buddy with Smokehouse Bayou, local guy here. When he pops in my videos, what you see is Brian, man. He ain't worried about that camera. That's what he is, on, off, it don't matter. And I'm like, man, I wish I was like that. I wish I could be. I just feel like I got to be somebody else sometime in front of a camera. Not somebody else, but just my best foot forward, so to speak, or whatever.
Yeah.
And with him, he's like, hey, man, it is what it is. Here I am,
Yeah. It's weird too because like I give safety meetings and I have like my quality control meetings and everything, and I can stand there and I can bullshit with 75 guys in front of a safety meeting, and then when it comes to filming me, like I lock up.
Well, something that might help you is instead of looking at that camera, try to think of, kind of visualize the people you normally talk to. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of act like you're almost talking to these guys. And it helps. My hardest part was not really what I was doing, because I knew what I was doing with the cook. I already knew. I never had no problem with that. The problem was doing an intro or introduction type, getting into the video. I always felt like I needed to do that, and I still do. Like something like, well, in today's video, and other times, man, I just jump right into it. I'm more comfortable once I'm actually cooking and all the cameras are looking down at what I'm doing. And man, I can roll with it then. Never miss a beat. It's when I'm having to, even a taste test sometimes, it's like, it's like sometimes it's almost like I missed the part I should have the most, like the real reaction. Not always. I mean, most times you're seeing what I'm really doing. But sometimes I'm like, my God, I know what I want to say, but I just can't get the words out. So finally, I'll lay down whatever I mean. I'm like, all right, God dang it, let me do this, And now it's not coming off as real because I'm having to think about it. You know what I'm saying? And but it's a struggle, man. It's still a struggle for me. Not every video. Some of them it really depends. If I'm with somebody like Jeff Rice, piece of cake, man. I got somebody right beside me, and he's just perfect in front of a camera, and that takes a lot off of me. But when the camera's just on me, then yeah, I still have issues with it,
Well, you play it well, Russ. I'm gonna tell you like that. I can't tell.
That's from a lot of years of doing it,
Yes,
and trust me,
with
a lot of footage that gets edited out that you'll never see. It's just trash. Get rid of that, and
I recently just started doing the picture-in-picture videos, right? So it's just me commentating my cook the entire way through, and honestly, it's just a freestyle. Like I don't have anything written. I don't have anything like that. I throw my video together. I put a little music track in the background, and then I picture-in-picture myself commentating on the video, and while I'm watching the video.
Those are hard to do, man.
I get
for me.
So I run it, man. I push record and I just run the whole damn thing. I'm watching the entire thing, and you'll see me right there talking about exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing, until it's over. And I know the one thing I do know is right before that, I know that it's just about over. I'll pretty much say, okay, and that's pretty much it. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. And then I'll fade away, and then my ending comes on, and then that's it.
I'm telling you this. All you gotta do is take Guga's video that he does every week and redo it, bro. You're million plus with that.
If you do that, you will be on a gold mine, Louis. You will blow up.
You think so?
You do a Google copycat.
No
That's
doubt.
what
I'd
man,
have
that's
to-
what
hard
you
to
cook
do,
out.
man.
You
I'd have to
narrate
come up
all
with a
these other
different name.
videos. You can do that,
I'd have
man.
to come up with a different name than Guga. It'd have to be like Luga.
I did that with
I'm
2
telling you.
videos in the last. Well, I did Memphis and May like that. All I did was took this phone. I shot all this random footage. I'm like, how in the hell am I going to turn this into a video? And I did. I had to voice over the entire video, other than maybe the very first part where me and Brian's talking. That's Memphis in May. The rest of it's just me sitting in front of my computer and talking about what we're doing, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Did the same thing with that Iola car show, which didn't get no views. I knew it wouldn't because my channel is not
awesome
about an
video.
Iola car show.
Yeah,
I did
never
that
heard
so
of
I have something to look back on as a memory. It's almost like a photo album to me, you know.
it.
And I had to do that, and man, that's hard. I'm like, oh God, I dread this. And next thing you know, I'm at the end of it, like, okay, I guess that's good enough. You know, pain in the butt, man. I'd rather do it right there on
enjoyed that
camera and
car
be
show
done
video.
with
It
it,
was
you know.
I actually enjoy the picture in picture. It's pretty comfortable for me. It's just like, okay, cool, you know. Because that way, when I'm doing my cook, I'm just doing my cook, and then I'll just worry about commentating later, you know.
How do you do that? How do you do that, Lewis? Do you like edit that? I mean, do you film it and then edit the picture in picture and later, or what?
Yeah. So I'll edit my entire cook video, and then I'll record myself. Then I'll watch the video, but then I'll record myself watching the video, and I'll commentate the entire thing. Right. So it's me sitting in front of my computer watching my video, and I'm commenting exactly what I'm watching on my computer while my computer is recording me. So then I'll take that computer recording and I'll drag it onto my movie, and then I'll click I'll fit it to where it's a picture in picture, or you can do like a side by side, kind of like we are right here. There's different options, like, you know, you can picture in picture, you can set it anywhere in the screen, you can do a side by side, there's a few other options that you can do with it, but I figured that the picture in picture on the top left, I think that's good to go.
I dig it, man. It's pretty cool. It's like
That is cool.
It's like Sonny from, this guy can cook. He always voiceovers his cooks, and similar, but except for we can see you in the corner,
Yeah. And I've done 2 picture in picture videos. The very first time I did a voiceover. It was a steak cook that I did on a Sunday, and I just did a voiceover. And then I was like, man, I think next time I'm going to try a picture in picture. And so these last 2 videos that I've done have been a picture in picture, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. I think I'm just going to keep it that way for a while. For one, it kind of puts my face out there. A lot of people never saw my face for the longest time. They just saw my hands, doing all the cooking, and so now I'm just kind of putting it out there, and trying that out, and see what happens, But I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. It's cool.
I'm telling you, that Google spoof will kill it, bro. That
I might have to look into that, actually.
Man, I'm telling
maybe
you,
get like a skull cap that I can wear.
Somebody told me that
I put a dick in butter.
Guga, when he does a lot of these voiceovers, that he does it first thing in the morning when he first wakes up. You know how your voice is deeper and all when early in the morning. And who was telling me that? Oh, Jeff was telling me that. He was talking with Justin at Baby Back Maniac, which went out to Guga's place with Ballistic Barbecue back when they had that 3 million sub thing. And he was saying, Guga does those voiceovers early in the morning. As soon as he wakes up, he kind of clears his head out a little bit. He'll start doing his voiceovers to get his voice deeper and stuff. I said, because I said something about that. I said, his voice it sounds so rich when he does these voiceovers, He goes, and that's when he told me. I was like, oh, okay.
But
cool.
They've got those other settings that you can do on your microphones and make yourself sound a little deeper, a little more filled out.
I've got settings in my editing software. I can sound like a monster or sound like I'm high on helium,
Yeah.
But
Russ, you got that smooth voice already, man. That natural smooth
I
voice.
got that Mississippi drawl, man. I hate that.
No,
But
I don't
hey,
hate it,
My
guys,
man.
voice,
I'm
my
gonna
voice goes
pause
all
my
over the place,
camera
man.
because I got to get another. I hate to text my wife. I don't want to get hit over the head, so I'm gonna go make my own drink now. Be right back.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
Right.
cut out, man. It's what 10th. I gotta wake up early in the morning. I got a couple things I gotta do pretty early.
Honestly,
Appreciate
Mike,
you having me on, Mike.
All right, no problem, man.
Randy.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you I ain't gonna be able to
adios.
make you live tomorrow. Go ahead and tell you ahead of time. I got to go to a fall festival with the kids,
Oh, okay. No, that's cool.
so I
I
won't.
dig it. I'll
I
be
try to
on.
get on.
Yeah, I'll be on by by 5:30, maybe 6. Randy,
That's
jump
what
on
time
it.
that little festival starts. It
Oh
starts at
yeah.
5. So
No,
I
I
got
got you, man. There's a lot of things
I
like
got
that.
notifications for you, Lewis. Don't worry about it. I know.
All right, brother. Well, hope to see
all right,
you
thanks for stopping by, man.
tomorrow. Yeah. I had a good time, brother. Hey, this is my first time doing a YouTube live on my phone. But I'll have my regular setup tomorrow. And we got some thirsty goats. We got some thirsty goats. We got to drink tomorrow. We got let's see. I've got some mail call that I want to go over. Some interesting things that landed today. What else? And most of it's just pretty much freestyle, just like it is any other time. So we'll just do that, man. So, Mike, if you can eventually jump on, that'd be cool too. But I understand if you can't, brother.
All right, man. I'll make one of yours here soon, hopefully.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
Take it easy, Lewis.
Peace out,
All right,
everybody in
thanks
the
for
chat.
stopping in, man.
Adios.
Later.
Mike, I'm not gonna leave
Yeah, I'm
you
looking.
hanging. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I want
Oh,
Russ
it's
to
all
come. I
good.
want Russ to come back before I check out.
Yeah,
I
it
don't want
ain't
you to
gonna
be
be.
by
I'm gonna
yourself.
check out here in a minute. We've been on here for almost for over 3 hours. I'm getting tired. It's getting cold out here too. Yeah, I'm looking
I
forward to them
text
Texas
Christy.
Longhorns.
I text Christy. I asked her if she'll bring me a cigarette, but she never texted me back. So she must have been asleep already.
No, she's still commenting. Here you go, right here.
she's good. She's a good girl. I couldn't live without her. She takes care of all. I work all the time, so
Yeah.
everything. She takes care of everything.
Yeah, so I work in a plant too. I work as an MTL. So when you were saying about talking about safety meetings and all that, I give all them. I've been in front of over 100 people at one time. But when you're shooting a video, that's just different, man.
Yeah, man, it's weird. Thank you, babe.
Yeah,
she must still be awake because she brought me a cigarette.
she made me another drink while I had to go take care of business. That stuff's running through me.
Keeping the roosters.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about a camera, man. At first, it just made me feel stupid. I'm like, who am I talking to? And then
Yep.
I don't have near the problem I used to. I mean, but sometimes what it is, I shoot from the hip. I don't write nothing down, and sometimes I hadn't even thought about what I'm gonna start a video off. So I'll do 3 or 4 different takes on it, and then Derek, my son, he's also my camera guy. He'll be like, "That's it right there. That's good. He'll let me know. He'll say, "Do it over again. Do something different." He kind of keeps me in check with that, but you'd think.
So people talk about writing a script and all that. I've never done that. I wing all my videos. I wing them.
Yeah, me too.
If I gotta write a
I already
script,
know how to barbecue.
I'm not playing the game.
Now, what I will do is make bullet points sometime. Like if there's certain things I need to talk about or got to talk about, I'll make sure, whether it's a sponsorship or what, like this last video, I forgot to do the thing for ThermoPro. And so I had to run that same clip I ran for the last 3 weeks. Like, God bless it. Because we did probe that meat. I was trying to get it around that 110 range before I pulled it, And not that it mattered. It really didn't matter. I could have pulled it at any temperature. But that would have been a perfect time to just turn around to the camera and say, "Hey, guys, if you don't have a thermopent, or whatever."
Yeah.
But So I had to
Do
run
some
that same
advertising.
clip I've
Hey,
used them
hey
last.
Russ, how many sponsors do you have?
Not enough. Thermopro, man, I'm locked into them till next August. But I've got, I got affiliate programs with like PS Seasoning, Porter Road for now, but that probably won't live much longer. Let's see. It depends on what you call a sponsor. Pits and Spits, they're paying me to do videos. Now I get one shot deals. I get offers all the time for that. I got one the other day. I know you've probably seen Magic Spoon. Big channels
Yeah.
like Adam, whatever his name is, Ragusa
Mad
does.
Scientist does those too.
Yeah, I was offered to do that, but I didn't like the money they were throwing at me. I'm like,
I see Chud. He does like what is that box program where they send you the meals in a
oh
box?
yeah, I've done it. I've done that back in the summer. Back in July, I did one for them. I did one for the what's it called?
He even did one for like hair loss, like Hims or something. I don't know what it's called. But
I did this one back in the summer. Shaker and Spoon. That's where they send you the box with all the drinks and stuff. That's just what's left from it. I get opportunities all the time. A lot of them I don't take because a lot of times they say we need this in the next 2 weeks, and I've already got things planned out. I'm like, whatever. There was one deal that everybody did. I think Chud did it. Jeff Rice did it. Smoking
HelloFresh.
Joe did it. It was with the coffee. I forget the little aluminum cups.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they was gonna pay me $1,000 just to do like a 60-second slot. And
was that the coffee thing?
yeah, the coffee. And they sent me a contract to sign. Well, in that contract, it said that this video that I can't share it anywhere else. It's my content. Yeah, you're a sponsor, but the problem is I'm also tied in with a media company that does my Facebook page. That's the reason that Facebook page is as big as it is. They're growing that page for me on my behalf, but they're getting half the money from that, which really hadn't kicked in. I've only been with them 8 or 9 months, but it's going to. That's what I'm hoping happens soon. So I'm like, I said, this company's got complete access to everything I do because they repurpose this content for over there, And so anyway, I said, I can't sign that contract. Oh, well, we can delete that part. And by the time they got back to me, there wasn't enough time. They wanted like 2 or 3 days later. I'm like, y'all waited too late. Thanks for the coffee. They sent me the coffee, but it cost me $1,000 too. Everybody else got paid. I didn't because I didn't do it.
Well, we got that. We got that Facebook page. Chud's Barbecue Pit Masters. That's me, Christy, Kyle, and Doc. We started that up, and
oh yeah,
that thing's 22,000 people now. And I can go on there right now and say, hey, come to our live chat. Come check out Russ and Mike. And
yeah,
what 2 people will come. It's. I could post memes and stuff and get like 280 likes on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Facebook don't pay shit, so.
Yeah, that's Facebook for you, man. That's Facebook. And really, what you just described is kind of like the way I feel about my channel right now. It's like 256,000 now subs, I think I got. And I can't even get 1,000 views on a video in that many hours that I posted today. I'm like, what the hell? You see where I'm coming from. Like, some ain't right here. Some ain't adding up.
Even Triple B needed like 5 people to be in the 1,000 mark, and I posted all up and down that damn page.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about Facebook. Now, I don't care what page you're on or whatever. If you throw a YouTube link on there, they don't hide it. They just don't. They don't let it. Well, they do hide it. They don't let it get out there.
See, I was wondering about that because
Yeah.
like every Tuesday, every Thursday, or every live stream that I post on there, I'm like, hey, y'all come check it out. But whenever you click on it from Facebook, it you got to unmute it, and
Yeah.
then I'm wondering if that even shows up on y'all stuff.
It's probably showing up
It
if you
does.
go in there and look for it, but it's not showing up on our feed. Let's
Right.
say you show a picture of a brisket you cook. More than likely, that's gonna be in my feed. But if you attach a YouTube link, like check out my new video,
Right.
it's probably not gonna be in my feed. Facebook is doing it because they're trying to keep you on their platform. They don't want you to go over to YouTube and watch that video because you're liable to just stay there for a while, and that's exactly how it works. And so, trust me, all these videos they're putting up for me on Facebook, they get a lot of views, a lot of views. I can put a link up there of my own, you know what I'm saying? Just with all these followers, and maybe 20 people hit like, where normally it's in the thousands, it's like, okay.
Well, since the whole page is called, Chud's Barbecue Pit Masters, so every
Yeah.
time Brad sends something, and I've been in contact with Brad about this, I feel like, everybody on Facebook that does hit like or, that watches the video and everything, it doesn't show up on his, thing. And, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. That's why, man. They're purposely muting you is for
that's what
lack
I
of better
feel like.
term.
That's what I feel
Yeah.
like is happening.
It is. That's exactly what's happening. And all social medias do it. Matter of fact, when I first started TikTok and putting stuff on it, I had to be careful the wording I use. All I put now is watch full video, and if anybody can connect dots, Smoky Ribs Barbecue Instagram, Smoky Ribs Barbecue TikTok, Smoky Ribs Barbecue, whatever, then okay, watch full video. Where is it? Oh, it must be on YouTube. So I'm leaving it up to them to go find it, because if I put a link on there, that video, that short, that reel, that whatever, ain't doing squat. I done figured that out,
What
It
about
ain't.
the shorts y'all put on Facebook? Does that show up on watch time?
Uh, I the Facebook, I do it on my personal. I don't do it on my main page because they're in control of it. They do put little short videos up or reels, but they create them from my content, and they're monetized. They'll make money. I don't touch none of that. I'll go in there and comment every now and then if I see something I don't like or some asshole I don't like. I'll get rid of him because I monitor it better than they do when it comes to that. They don't care, and I shouldn't. Most of the time I try not to even look in there. There's so many crappy comments. It's not even funny, but I don't care. It's like, that's all right. There's a lot more people like it than don't like it. You know
Well,
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's one thing about Chud's Barbecue Pit Masters on Facebook is because Christy, Doc, Kyle, myself, we monitor all that stuff, and I don't like none of that shit talking. I mean,
Yeah.
several people have commented. I mean, have reported Mike's videos and saying, like, why is Mike posting his YouTube videos and he don't contribute to the page? I'm like, man, hold on a second, because Mike comments, he likes. I mean, on almost every post, So
Sure.
I keep all that shit, Like Mike is a very active member of our page, so
Yeah. Yeah.
I realize some people do go on there to promote their YouTube channel, and
Well,
I
it's like I
respect
said
that.
earlier, it ain't gonna amount to much because YouTube, I mean, Facebook's not gonna put it out there. So, it's just, I understand why he's doing it, but I learned that it's futile to post that crap on Facebook. It really is,
Does it do any good, Mike? Does it do any good to post on Chuds?
I do
Yeah,
better.
so I picked up about 30 subscribers off that since I started posting on the Chud's Facebook page. So it has helped me, and it's helping
Yeah,
views too.
it's not like
I can go
nobody.
in my analytics and look in the analytics, and it'll tell you how many views you get from
Yeah.
Facebook. And I picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, I look at that, and out of my views, and I could share it on Facebook, it's like 1.5% comes from Facebook. 1.5% out of 100%. But you are going to have some people that see it, some people that click on it. But what I'm telling you is it's not working like you would hope it would work. It's not
No,
going
it
to
don't
be
take
now.
off for Facebook.
You
No.
know, for a page the size of mine, my Facebook is 3 times the size of this YouTube channel. And I did it one time, but the reason I was doing it, Tommy with the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, this company I work for picked him up too, but he was sharing his video. He did it first. I'm like, wait a minute. I said, he's sharing his YouTube videos on this page. I didn't think we could do that. So I did it. Man, it didn't do squat. But yet they'll put a video up and it's just going through the roof. You know, I'm like, that's why it didn't take me long to figure out what was going on. And even on my personal page, I can get 200 likes on a post. Let's say a really nice laid out thumbnail or something. Don't put no link, don't put nothing. I get all these likes. I can put that same thumbnail with a link on it, and I'll get about 15, 20 likes on my personal page. I'm like, okay, I see what's going on. And I've always heard that, but I've kind of proven it to myself, you know. But you know, you'll pick up some. You'll get some. It ain't like they ain't showing it to nobody.
Well, we got some really active people on that page too, though, and probably that's where you got your 30, Mike, is because I got some real diehard. These guys, even my moderators, they're real active on there. They text me or not message me, like, hey, are we gonna allow this? And yeah, allow that for sure.
If
but
they go to your page, they're gonna see it. But that don't mean Facebook is putting it in the feed, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, you might be right.
No doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt.
They might do a few, but that's just the way it works.
Well, Russ, if you want to come join, you're more than welcome.
Who, me?
Yeah,
I'm already a member of it.
Are you really?
Oh yeah. I went in there a couple weeks ago. Matter of fact, I'm not active on Facebook. Period. I post probably once a week, and that's usually a picture of something I did a thing on, or whatever. Every now and then I'll post a video link. Don't do me much good, but I do it anyway. I think I did with this Baltimore pit beef, but I don't every video because I know it's not going to amount to much. Even though they hit like, don't mean they hit the link.
I get more response off the bullshit memes that I post.
That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you, before I went to work with this media company, I was posting funny stuff on there, stuff I'd see on Facebook. I'd share it to that page, And one of them was my kitchen after cooking gumbo or something. It was just this big mess, and it was funny and everything. And, that thing would get 500-600 likes, or laughs or whatever, or more. And that's before they built this page up. But I can turn right around and put new video drop, Smoky Rose Barbecue, 15-20 likes. It's like,
I go to I follow a lot of motorcycle pages. So like a lot of motorcycle pages, they have these funny memes, and what I'll do is I'll screenshot them and then erase motorcycle and put barbecue pit, and bam, 500 likes on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think going forward, since my name's the same on all my other social medias, instead of putting watch full video, I think I'm just going to do the short and try that without any kind of text. And just, if people are smart, which I'm beginning to wonder nowadays.
Some of them you got to second guess.
But if they can make the connection, Smoky Rose Barbecue, but I don't know, man. I don't know. To me, I told Jeff yesterday, I'm about tired of doing that because it's almost like it's just a waste of time. I don't care if I get views on Instagram or TikTok or not. All that, I do all that to drive traffic to my channel. But if it's not going to work, then why keep doing it? It don't take much effort. The video is already edited. All I do is I shorten it down, turn it vertical, and then I add a few captions. I'm done. It takes me about 30 minutes to do that, from start to finish. And then I decide on the music once I'm in TikTok or once I'm in Instagram. And, I pick their music that they allow you to play. And that's how I've been doing it. It's not much effort. It's just, why do it if it ain't, just quit putting it there. Don't show them no content. Let them come to YouTube if they want to see your content.
I see Troy V says you look sleepy, Mike, but I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, I am pretty sleepy, so I think I'm
Work
gonna hop
construction.
off. Oh man, I've been up and down scaffold all day long since 6 o'clock this morning.
I didn't have to work today. I'm on 410s right now.
Lucky
Mike could have
dog.
been halfway through a brisket cooked tonight.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. Mike, I really appreciate you having me on, and Russ, man, I
Thank you
admire
for coming,
you,
man.
dude, everything you do. I just
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I guess I need to get off here too.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off.
It's
I'm gonna answer a few more of these questions right here.
10:40.
Ted's got a question right there. Do y'all run shorts to increase page views? It depends. So my brisket shorts get a lot of views, but everything else don't get views at all. So I quit making shorts.
I don't make shorts on my main channel. To me, I think I know a few people that started doing that, and their channels plummeted big time. Jack's Drink Order, Everyday Barbecue, when they started doing shorts, I don't know what the heck happened, but man, they cannot buy themselves no views right now. And so I started a shorts channel just to do that, trying to drive people to the main channel, but that ain't working either. Maybe a little bit, but not enough,
Yeah.
Hey.
The one thing I noticed about making my own shorts is if I put the word brisket in there, it takes off, but everything else don't get like 400 or 500 views, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, that's what
So I
YouTube
quit
wants you
jacking
to
with
do.
it.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna jump off here, but trust me, I'm gonna enjoy looking up y'all shorts.
All right, Randy, take it easy, man. Thanks
All
for
right,
stopping
Randy.
by.
Y'all
Later,
take it
man.
easy, man. Later.
Good seeing you.
Shit, Russ, we've been on here for almost 4 hours.
Yeah, Chud started a channel just for short. I started one back in June, I think, just for shorts. And I'm not even worried about that channel. Matter of fact, I'm really contemplating now taking that page down, getting rid of my TikTok, and go back. I've had Instagram for years, but I've always just posted a picture of what I cooked.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing, putting my thumbnails on
and that's
Instagram.
all
I
I
just
ever
joined
done
it.
for years. And it probably didn't amount to a hill of beans, but I've done it. And because I don't know, I've never got into Instagram or any of that stuff. Facebook's enough, man, for me.
Yeah, no doubt. I just started an Instagram channel this year in hopes that it would grow my YouTube channel, but it ain't really done that at all.
It never will. I think all the
I've
time
got
Instagram,
I've almost
like,
got as many subscribers on Instagram as I do on YouTube.
yeah, I think I got like 3,000 something, which is nothing for as long as I've been on Instagram. But I'm not an avid Instagram person. I never have been. I don't never think about it really. I don't never look at other people's posts. I see it pop on my phone all the time. I just lay the phone back down. I just don't look. I've never gotten the habit of it.
So I think Instagram's good for like barbecue businesses and barbecue restaurants and stuff, man. I don't think it's for the YouTuber.
Yeah, it's not. None of them are really. I'm beginning wondering if even YouTube's good for YouTubers. But
yeah, when I first started making these professional videos, I was getting 2,000, 3,000 views in a week, and then right there at the end of May, they dropped off, and now I'd be lucky to get 1,000 views.
yeah, everybody's
getting
views
about 400,
are
500.
down right now. It ain't just me. I was just venting earlier. It's not just me. It's across the board. I'm really worried that YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man.
Guess
I
we'll
know I wasn't
find
getting the
out.
views I was getting, which I understand the summertime's slower, and I was getting better
Like
views in the
YouTube's dying,
wintertime and all
and
that.
I'm almost beginning to believe it. I hope not, but I enjoy it. I really do.
Yeah. I'm just doing this for fun right now. If it grows into something big, that's great. If not, then it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. No big deal either way, man. One thing about it, I'm 63 years old. I made it most of these years without YouTube even in the picture, and I'll continue to do it regardless, whatever it takes.
I don't think we'll get any snow over here in Southeast Texas. If we do, it's historical.
Jeff, I talked to him today. He sent me a picture. It was little snow flurries up there where he lives today, up there in Wisconsin. Let's see here. Yeah, you can make out. Well, maybe you can't see the snowflakes.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's his backyard right there.
The last time we got snow over here was in 2020.
Yeah, we don't get snow here very often either. I think I've seen real snow twice down here in my lifetime, where it actually accumulated and got deep.
We've had it probably about since I can remember, and I'm 36 years old. 36 years old. We've had it about 4 times. I can remember that where it was real snow.
I remember a few flurries and a little bit of accumulated, but I'm talking about where it was deep, twice in my life. It don't happen often, but if the jet stream gets low enough and it dips down, it'll get us, but it's pretty rare occurrence.
It's a rarity. Heck, I live about probably about 140, 150 miles off the coast, so we will see a little snow every now and again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shit, I think it's about time to bring this to a close.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, dude.
It's past my bedtime.
No, I don't have a bedtime. I just go whenever when I'm tired. Last night I went to bed at 9:40 something. I'm like, my wife said, "God, you're going to bed early." I'm tired. I was just all I could do is stay awake. I don't know why.
Yeah. I'm programmed to go to bed about 9 o'clock, and then I wake up at about 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
I used to be like that when I woke up to an alarm clock. I had certain bedtime and certain time to get up, and every day, except for weekends,
when I get up to go to work.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna bail out of here while you close your show up.
10-4. I'm gonna make a last call on barbecue questions, and then I'm gonna shut it down.
All right, Mike. We'll see you later. Later, chat. Everybody that's still there. Later.
Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with the small guy, man. I appreciate that.
You ain't no smaller than I am. Well, maybe I'm fat, but you know what I mean. All right, dude. Later.
Later, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Last call. Y'all got any questions y'all wanna ask before I go? Last minute questions about barbecue, anything like that? I'll give y'all a few minutes to reply. If not, we'll shut her down. Lighter fluid. I will not put lighter fluid in that 250-gallon smoker back there. I will light a charcoal chimney out here. I will use my propane torch, but I am not putting lighter fluid in that. I will use lighter fluid on my open charcoal grill just to get a little charcoal started, and then it'll burn all the way down. Then I'll put on there what I want, but not the biggest fan of lighter fluid in my offset smoker. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's getting cold out here too, guys. Good night, Mario. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of lighter fluid. I'm not putting lighter fluid in my smoker. I'll use beef tallow as a natural lighter fluid. I won't use that lighter fluid. All right, guys. So I appreciate everybody stopping in and tuning in. We'll try to do this again next Friday. I will go ahead and tell y'all I'm not releasing a video this coming week. I'm going to take a bye week and do some video editing on some ones I got in the pipeline. And when things get a little settled down in my life with the kids, the sports, and all that, I'll start putting out more videos every every week. So thank y'all all for stopping by. Big thank you to Smoky Ribs for coming and hanging out with me, man. That's an honor to have a big channel like that coming in here and hanging out with me, man. That dude's my hero. He's one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel. Thank you, Christy V and Randy Shifter for coming on, Louie, and y'all smoked something this weekend. Thank y'all all. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, Frederick, you the man. Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch you later. Peace.